And we on. What's happening, fam? We gonna click on over here on YouTube. Get this on right. Look, Lil Rock, salute, fam. Chris Ray, salute. Gil Cole, salute. What's good with his A, salute. What's happening, everybody? It's good, man. We're gonna talk about the I put a little poll up there. I see it's at 83%. But did Gary Russell? I mean, did Magsayo do enough to get the majority decision over Gary Russell, man? I wanted to talk about it. I see King of Kings disappeared. Haplotype salute. What's good with it, fam? I put the link. Y'all know this is an open panel. If y'all want to get on, um, so feel free. It's pinned up in the chat. Uh, if I don't know you, man, I don't even try to get on, man. If you just new, just to try to get on the link. But anyway, King.
Yeah, fingerprint identification. Fingerprint identification.
Yeah, what's happening with you though, bro?
Oh man, just another day chilling. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Shit, man. I just wanted to talk about it, man. I put that little poll up there. Did Magsayo do enough to get the majority decision over Gary Russell Jr.? Shit, what you think about it, man? What you think? Did you think he did enough? He deserved the victory, or did you
I'm
think
on.
Gary should have got the nod?
Oh, hey, here's what sucks, man. Quantifies on what considers victories now. I don't think he did enough. He didn't take the title. If anything, it really showed how bad the performance was because Gary had one arm, man, and he was still doing them. I mean, moving from the punches, hitting them with the left hand. I mean, with the left hand thing, yeah, with the left hand whenever he wanted to. No, he didn't do enough. You know what I'm saying? At very least, maybe it would have been draw, but not to take his title. But I can't. The truth of the matter, I can't say it's a robbery, man, because the fight was that close. It just really exposed how bad this guy was. And I said that, man. I had seen this guy fight before. I mean, you know, we always get hyped up. You throw Pacquiao's name in the soup, everybody gets all excited. But I had seen this guy get hurt. I wasn't impressed by this dude. You know.
All right, Rod X the champ in the building. Salute. What's good with it, bro? J1 Pro. Salute, bro. He said salute to the corner. We in here. Yeah, man. I think that if anything, I would have been better with a draw. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, for a fighter to be in a ring and have an injury and still be able to control the fight, score points, some significant points, because they mostly was power shots. He really didn't throw no jabs or nothing. I mean, Magsayo wasn't even throwing jabs himself, man. And I saw on the puncher's stats that he was throwing jabs. Like what? He was coming in just letting his hands go. He wasn't really even throwing no jabs. But early on, I think Gary won the early rounds. You know what I'm saying? I gave Magsayo the first round, but it was kind of close. It could have went either way. I just thought Gary was just too patient and wouldn't let his hands go. But from the second round on, till he got his hand injury, I thought that he was in control, man. I think he won those 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? 3, 4 rounds or whatever it was until the shoulder was a problem. But after that, you know what I mean? Even when the shoulder did become a problem, Magsayo only was letting his hands go in periods. When he did try to come up in here, that lead left hand was waiting on his ass. He was walking right into the motherfucker. That's why I put the thumbnail on there. You know what I'm saying? Because Showtime wasn't showing you Gary Russell's shots. They only showed you Magsayo's shots. And you know what I mean? Throughout the fight, they didn't show you Gary Russell's clean shots. Man, he had a lot of. I thought that was weird.
Hey, hey man, I think that's like low key, and people can look at it however they want, but that's the routine when you see that you're going to get a decision on one. When I remember when Valdez fought that Olympic guy that I know he lost that fight. Every time they would show replays, they would never show. Look, I don't care what kind of fight you in. When you got a fight that close, when after every round you only show the highlights of the other guy, and some of the highlights weren't even worth showing. And even worse, like you said, them punch stats were so off. Like, look, man, I didn't watch, but man, Russell was avoiding a lot of them shots. He was making. See, that's what I'm saying about the scoring system and how it's set up. Defense, ring generalship, these matter. you're one armed, you're hitting them with the counterpunch whenever you're avoiding shots very easily, defensively very sound, and the guy is just kind of just winging, and it's just like, well, we're giving him rounds because the guy's throwing his hands. That's stupid. It's crazy. Like you said, I could have took a draw just because he was injured, but there was, like you said, there was a period in time where he was winning several rounds, and then. But see, man, I hate to say it, man. When you be watching the fights and you see Spar Hood and you see them punch stats, they be telling you who's going to win. It don't matter who actually is winning.
Yeah, Iceberg Nerd, salute, bro. Um, Haplotype said, "What up, Marlo? Salute." Rod X said, "What up, my people? Salute, fam." Day One Pro said, "Salute." Haplo said it was close. Could have gone either way. Uh, Either way, yeah, you can say that. Yeah, I can agree with that. But I think either way for a draw or Gary. You know what I'm saying? J1 Pro said at best a draw, not a victory. Iceberg Nerve said salutations, and then Gil Cole said King of King Boxing. What you talking about? Dolphin fan. I'm wrong, King of King.
Nah, Gil Cole, one of them bandwagon fans, man. He was a Dolphin fan a few years ago. Now it's like he's a Buccaneer fan, man. Get out of here, bro. I see you.
He said it was all good just a week ago, huh?
Yeah, man. Used to be my homie. Used to be my ace.
Yeah, but what the fuck? Hold on, hold it down for me, King King.
I got you. I got you, man. So, like I was saying, man, it's this. Look, there's a lot of things that go into stuff when you're the long-standing champion, but I still believe in the tried and true thing that you got to take the title. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, people saying going there. Like I said, I still don't consider it a robbery, but it's still at the same time, it's just like, for Magsayo to be out there and actually being, allowing Gary Russell with one arm to be competitive was kind of ridiculous. Hey, what's up, Trey X?
What's up with it? What's going down, bro?
You know it is. You know it is.
Yeah, I hear y'all breaking down the fighting shit, man. But I really feel like them folks didn't want Gary Russell to win that shit, man. They ain't had nothing to do with what happened that night. It had everything to do with them numbers. They looking at them charts and shit. And when they looking at them charts, they like, hey man, what the numbers looking like? Same old shit. Featherweight, 126. The money ain't right. The numbers is low. This motherfucker fight once a year now. He ain't fought in 2 years, man. We ain't getting our sanctioning fee money. Tired of this shit, man. We need to find a way to get from up under this motherfucker. Well, what can we do? And they put together a plan for his ass and unasked him for that belt. That's all this shit was, man. It's about money. They ain't give a fuck who won the fight.
Yeah. No, you right about that, man. Like, I didn't want to go south with it, but I might as well. The truth be told, man, they've been looking for low key a replacement for Manny for a while, and then when then they messed up and put Donaire in there with Rigondeaux. You see what happened to Rigondeaux after that. So Gary Russell had actually been holding it down, getting good defenses. Like you said, it's all about the money. Them as the WBC has gotten so blatant that they don't even try to hide it no more, man. So I was going off just on the skills. A lot of people wanted to feel like Gary Russell was talking about that injury before. I think maybe he was just giving us all a heads up that everything is stacked against him. And even with that, he was still putting in work. But when, like I said, you watch the punch stat. Look, man, guys, it don't matter what your eyes see. If you want to find out who's actually going to win the official fight, look at them BS punch stats and look at Farhood or whoever's scorecard, because that's who's winning, regardless of what you actually see. And that's what's going down in the official books. And he was done from the beginning. It's like he had no opportunity. They put that belt in a young dude. They're gonna have some fights in the Philippines, and they're gonna generate that bread. That's what they worrying about doing, like you said. And they hate Gary Russell because he don't play ball with them. So it is what it is.
That's killing two birds with one stone. So we get the belt out of this dude's hands, who is an inactive champion, plus he a southpaw, have trouble getting the big fights that he won't. And we get a chance to put the belt in the hands of the next quote unquote Manny Pacquiao. We get, you know what I'm saying? That's like killing two birds with one stone. Hell yeah. D-Lo, I see him down in the chat. Salute to you. Salute to Eric Gall. What's up to everybody? Gil Coles, I'm coming for you this week, boy. But D-Lo was right on the money with that shit, man, when he was talking about how he feel like them folks want to get that belt from that dude, man. So I just feel like they put the plan in action. They get Magsayo did come fight a good fight though. I like to go back and watch fights more than once, and I did get a chance to go back and look at it a little bit. Not like I wanted to, because I had a lot of shit going on, so I had to turn away from the TV a few times. You know what I'm saying? But early on, Magsayo did have some good moments in that fight and shit, especially early on, when Gary Russell had both hands and shit. Gary Russell will step in with the jab, he'll take a counter right uppercut to the body, stuff like that. Magsayo might come back with the hook and shit. He was doing some pretty good things early on, even when Gary Russell had both hands. A lot of people had Magsayo up like 2-1 after the first 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So had Gary Russell up 2-1 after the first 3 rounds. My bad. So Magsayo was making some kind of impact in that motherfucker, but overall, I don't think he did enough to win the fight. I scored the little shit that I did watch kind of loosely. I had it as a draw, 6-6. I pretty much had the same score that Marlo had, but I had 1 round flip. You know what I'm saying? Marlo had it 7-5. I had it 6-6. So I'm from the camp that you gotta take the damn belt from the champion, man. You don't get up there and barely squeak by and get the championship. Nah, that ain't how we do that, man. You gotta go snatch that shit. And I don't feel like he snatched it. I needed to see Gary a little more fucked up than he was. He wasn't bleeding and fucked up or nothing. You know what I'm saying? He just went out there and outboxed the guy. And I will say, if he never would have got an injury, the outcome might have been different. You never know, because by him having 2 hands, he might have wanted to be more brave and take more chances. So by him getting hurt, that might have made him want to be more cautious, because he felt like his margin of error is a lot slimmer. You know what I'm saying? But from what I saw and what went down in that fight, I felt like he went out there and held it down with 1 arm and should have kept his championship. But like I said, I had it as a draw when I went back and looked at it again.
Hey, Matt Sale, like you said, man. Well, that's the thing about it that I knew was going to happen. If you guys notice, I called it that I said he might get a late stoppage in the 11th round, because Gary, he was going to pace himself. And I ain't gonna lie, you caught at first I wasn't looking, but I was listening to your commentary. You called a shot that Marcel had in the first 3 rounds. I thought Gary had died or something. The way you called, I was like, damn, he said, oh, the way you said it, I was like, damn, the brother get knocked out. I ran over to the TV real quick because I heard your ass. I was like, damn, did he get knocked out? I was like, oh man, Trey X is hype. Because it was a good squad, man. It was a good fight, man. It was good. The way you called it was good, man. So I was just like, yeah, you can give it to him like that, but like I said, it's just like you said, I guess it was just time to put Gary Russell away. And here's the thing about it, man. What is Gary Russell Jr. doing, man? I feel like, I've heard some stuff like that. There was other opportunities. They were, probably someone was crash dummy opportunities, but it's just like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about it, but yeah, he didn't lose that title. Maybe, like you said, draw. But yeah, you got to take it, man. You got to show. There ain't no way. If anything, you showed a dude with 1 hand was holding his own. And that is sad. So they're gonna bring a list of all these 126. You're gonna see all these. It's gonna probably be like that, the Lito Santa Cruz diet, and he'll hold that belt for a couple years, and then maybe something will happen. But who knows?
Yeah. What's up to everybody in the chat, man? I see La D that came through. D-Lo, Moody, Trey Weather. Hey, I wanted to bring up a point too that my man the Kane Dibbs had brought up in the chat on the last one, because he was talking about how Gary Russell, he was saying that he want to fight like 3 times in 1 year, and he was saying maybe he feeling that pressure that since he hasn't been that active, it might be some shit going on behind the scenes, like some conspiracy type shit against him. So he wanted to kind of get out in front of that and let everybody know that I plan on being more active. So he was saying Gary might have had like a notion that something was going to take place. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to get ahead of it. I thought that was insightful when he said that shit. Let me look in the chat, because what Gil Coles said to me, man, hey, Gil Coles can't say nothing. I told these motherfuckers that the Rams was going to take care of them Bucks, man. I tried to tell you. And I know that the score was only 30-27. Y'all thinking that the game was close. That shit wasn't close, man. All the Rams had to do was hold on to the fucking football, and they blow the doors off them people. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they want to have a little compassion on folks like Gil Cole, so they tried to, you know, make it close and give him a little bit of hope and let him think he had a chance. But hey, man, those folks were supposed to get the doors blown off their ass yesterday. Well, Gil Cole say, Trex, I don't see you on the Chell Ross. You been putting your picks in? Hey, let me tell you like this. I'm in 11th place, everybody. This is only after 2 weeks. Now, look, I'm 6 points out of 6th place. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm at like 169, and I think like 6th place is 175. So I ain't that far away. I'm down there lurking. I know you ain't got eyes in the back of your head, so you ain't worried about all that. But I'm lurking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna let you know I'm lurking. Eric Garcia said Gary controlled that dude with one arm. I think he did too, man. He was running him into the counter left hand all day. But I will say this though, you know, like if you were to hurt a hand in a fight, that's never like a favorable condition. But if you are to hurt your hand in a fight, that is like the best case scenario. Like you going against the opposite stance and you hurt your backhand. I mean, you hurt your lead hand, my bad, and you still got your backhand because you know that's your most important hand when you're going against the opposite stance. So Gary Russell Jr., he a southpaw going against the orthodox. He want to get off that lead left hand. He hurts his right hand, so now he got to use the lead left hand. That's the weapon that you want to use anyway. So they
Yeah,
use
that's the
like
one that's easy to deliver, man. That's the straight shot. That's the one basically foot position allow you to land all damn night. The other one you're just trying to use to parry or gain position. But that's the goofy part about Magsayo, man. Like I'm saying, like I don't see no boxing IQ to that level. Like, dude, even the way he was stepping around wasn't correct. I'm like, yo, man, like this shit, like I don't know, man. I don't know. The funny part is, like I said, Gary's at that age. I was saying it before, but you know, a lot of dudes at that weight slow down. I didn't see no slowness. I'm kind of a little weirded out by him saying that shoulder been hurt since he was in there. I'm like, dude, you was sitting out for 2 years. Why didn't you go get that fixed? Like, I just don't understand that, man. I mean, Andre Ward eventually had to get his shoulder fixed. It's just like you sat around for 2 years. You got time period where you're the years between, like you're having a fight once a year. Why don't you just go get that shit fixed? I don't understand that. It don't make no sense. Like, get taken care of, but nah, he's just sitting there chilling on it.
Yeah, he been having a lot of shit going on outside the ring though. He you know, he seemed like dad number 2 in the house. Like, you know, they got their pops, but at the same time, he the big brother superhero of the family too. So he kind of got to look after everybody else. He seemed like one of them guys that want to look after other people before he look after his own self. He know that he the big brother. His dad is down. He hurting stuff right now. He in the hospital. He got his little brothers that he got to look out for. He the alpha of the family, especially with his dad out of the picture as far as the training and stuff goes. So he looking after everybody. He looking after everything. I'm telling you, man, he probably wasn't even thinking about his own self, man. He just seemed like that type of a motherfucker. Because, you know, like with them, it ain't just about boxing. We mixing in family with this shit too. You know, some fighters, man, them motherfucker far away from home, man. Like a motherfucker born in Cuba, he over here fighting in Los Angeles. It's different. Them motherfucker don't give a damn about what's going on. But when you from over here and like your whole team is surrounded by your blood and shit like that, it seems like it would be a whole bunch of some complication type shit that can go on with that. You know what I'm saying? So where you might not just be 100% focused on yourself and on your business and shit. I might be talking crazy. I'm on this weed, but I just kind of I see where I'm coming from though. I'm looking in the chat a little bit. Eric R said, Gary, I read that shit. Let me scroll down. Rod X a chance, so those punch stats didn't look accurate. They rarely do though. Like think about this, y'all. How many times do we look at the punch stats and we be like, man, that shit was on point tonight? Them motherfuckers had that shit right. It seemed like just about every time we see the punch stat, we be like, man, I know that dude landed more jabs than that. Y'all can't sit up here and tell me this man ain't land, but he only landed 20 jabs in the whole goddamn fight, 12-round fight. And I saw this man land 6-7 jabs a round. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it be.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about that fight. I still can't remember the dude that Valdez fought last. And then at the end of the round, they'd be like, "Oh, he landed 5 jabs." I'm like, that dude was throwing the jab the whole fight, like the whole round. What you mean? I'm no. The funny part, not only is they miscounting the landing, like you could get away with that, but they talking about they ain't even counting the thrown. Like, dude, come on, man. You tell me he threw that jab 8 times that round? Come on.
Yeah, for real.
It's ridiculous. Like those the commentary getting so bad, like I said, already not listening to it, but now it's getting to the point where I'm gonna have to put tape on my screen so I don't have to see the bottom of the screen or something because it's just sad, man. Like these fools like so it's like, man, you can't like fair play don't mean nothing no more. You guys can't beat people straight up. That's what they've come. The sad part about boxing, that's what they come to the conclusion. They can't win straight up. So they always got all these little alternative things going on. You got 50 belts, more worrying about making money. And then you're going to bring in the Filipino sensation. Like, yo, Pac-Man was an anomaly. No Neil near didn't have no fanfare like that. I mean, he kind of did, but these are still small weights. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, yeah. Moody Treyweather, salute to you if I ain't said it already. Moody Treyweather said that motherfucker did enough, but it just wasn't great. So it seemed like he might kind of feel like the Rigondeaux versus what's that dude name, man? The damn Filipino that he fought.
With the
Casemiro.
blonde hair, yeah,
Yeah,
Casemiro.
Casemiro. Yeah, he kind of feel like that because a lot of people felt like Casemiro deserved a victory. But it wasn't really based on what he did that was great. It was based on what Rigondeaux wasn't doing because he wasn't being active enough. And I saw some people saying the same thing about Gary Russell. They felt like he just didn't throw enough punches once he got injured, and they felt like he was giving up rounds like that. We was looking at more like quality over quantity because we saw him landing the more accurate punches, the cleaner punches. But some people they just like that quantity, man. They need you in there throwing. You know what I'm saying? So it be like that sometimes, man. It be like that with the judges too. Some judges they want to see you work, and some judges want to see you be effective in land. D'Lo said Gary was slipping and dipping defensively. Yeah, I think he was getting caught with some punches early, but he had to adjust to the guy though, because the guy did have a little talent. You know what I'm saying? Like he had some quick little counters to the body and stuff like that. So I felt like Gary had to adjust to the speed and adjust to the guy. But once he did, I felt like Gary Russell took his advantages off the table because he wasn't really being effective. He was making them miss. And he was making them pay a lot of the time too with that kind of left hand. You know what I'm saying? Lala D said, like Trey said, the bull and the matador. Yeah, that was like rigging down Casemiro too. Bull against the matador. Old late. D'Lo said, I never took that Haney fight seriously. That sounds good if you want to big up Haney more. I didn't either, man, because he ain't never fought beyond 126. Lala D said, yep, he said that. That sounds kind of familiar. I don't forgot what the hell was going on to make you say that, though. D'Lo said, I don't think Gary was in a position where pulling out of the fight made sense, even with the injury. And that's what people were saying. That's what Bush guy said. Bush guy said if the man had been more active, he might not have felt the pressure to go ahead and go on with the fight. But since he ain't fought in damn near 2 years, he probably felt like he wasn't in a position to be pulling out no fights. So he said he might have just been a victim of his inactivity, but in an indirect way. You know what I'm saying? D'Lo said, I think if Gary pulled out the fight 2 weeks after WBC would have stripped him, and there is no telling when he would have got another bout. I got you. And D'Lo said, probably because he is trying to stay available. He was able to bypass surgery for years, but at 33, it caught up with him. It happens. Yeah, that's square business. And D'Lo said, he's speaking facts, Trey. I have to remind myself to stop looking out for everyone else and remember I can't help no one if I'm fucked up. Yeah, that's square business. It really stand out to me when I peep him because I saw a little bit of a change in him once his brothers turned pro. Like he already was kind of cocky. I ain't gonna say I don't really call him cocky. He just kind of got like that Napoleon complex to me. You know, he a real small guy. He like 5'4", but he been fighting all his life because they said he was knocking dudes out in the neighborhood when he was a kid before he even started boxing, and that's what made his pops want to put him in the gym. So he just kind of got that Napoleon complex. But I saw it go to another level when his brothers turned pro. You know what I'm saying? Like he just got to show everybody like he the alpha dog of that bunch over there. Square Ben, I like it though. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker get out there and fight. I just would take him more seriously if he moved past 126. Moody Treyweather said, Marlo, Trey, and King, salute to y'all. Salute to you, bro.
Salute.
Lala D said, Trex, they want the Filipino star at 126 area and the Eastern European star at 160. It's Andre, better be careful. They'll do him dirty too. Well, those are classic divisions. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like 140 or some shit. 126, that's classic. You know, we thinking about Willie Pep and Sandy Sadler and all them kind of motherfuckers at 126. I'm on that green right now, so I can't think fast. But you know, 160, that's a classic division. We think about Sugar Ray Robinson and Carmen Basilio and Jake LaMotta and Marvin Hagler and all that kind of shit. Carlos Monzon. That's name brand division. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they want them type of faces in them positions. And the dude that Andre probably gonna fight against, this Aline Canuli dude, I take him seriously, man, because he a world beater. He won the world championships in 2013, and he a southpaw. Y'all might think I'm crazy as hell, but I think he will have a chance at beating Charlo.
Hey, that dude's a major threat, man. People is not realizing. I went back and looked at something. That dude is a major. Andrade is not taking no soft touch, y'all. That is a major threat to him. He can be beat by this dude. I'm just keeping it real. So salute to Andrade taking a tough opponent that he won't get no real notoriety about if he wins.
Well, he was a 308 amateur. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he won the world championships, the AIBA world championships in 2013. Andre won it in 2007. He one of the rare Americans to ever win the shit, the gold medal. You know what I'm saying? Most time we don't win. But this is a meeting of two AIBA world champions, man. So it's like a big deal, especially like if you went to the amateur boxing and shit like that. But this is a tough test. And the guy, he ain't got like a lot of speed, but I do like his timing on his punches. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think he will have a chance at beating a lot of guys at 160, including Charlo, like I just said. But I do feel like Charlo got a speed advantage over him, and that would be his best bet to, you know, kind of box him and use his speed. But if he try to bang with him, I think he could get caught with like a looping left hand or something and get hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, though. What's up to my boy Napoleon Armstrong, if I ain't said it already? Salute to you. Napoleon said, don't start, Trey. Napoleon complex. Oh, yeah. Now, you know how Gary is, though, man, because I do find it funny that, like Gary Russell, he done called out a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying? But it just seemed like he had a little bit more ferocity with the guys that was a little bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a lot of smoke for Leo Santa Cruz and stuff like that. And I know he really wanted that fight. He even stepped to Santa Cruz dad in a semi-disrespectful way, I guess you could say. But I just felt a little bit more fire when he had a David and Goliath type of situation where, you know, he could go fight a bigger guy like a Devin Haney or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or even a Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I just saw that. D-Lo said, being a smaller big brother does tend to put some fire in motherfuckers. Yeah, Lala D said McCallum and Tony. Oh, you talking about the good middleweights? I think that's what she's trying to say. D-Lo said Andrade is a major threat himself, and a bunch of motherfuckers refuse to see. Oh yeah, he gonna show something, man. Especially if you get a chance to get this fight against this Aline Canuli dude. The people that's knowledgeable about the sport will give them some credit. You know, some people ain't gonna give credit regardless. They don't give a fuck, but you know, we'll give some credit. Moody Treyweather said, Magsayo better have great matchmaking in the future. Stay away from defensive southpaws for one. See, that right there is where I kind of deviate from the pack when everybody be saying like, man, that motherfucker in trouble moving forward. Well, if he gonna be fighting against Gary Russell's moving forward, I agree with y'all. But Gary Russell Jr. is not a common type of fighter. That motherfucker is very, very, very good. 163-10. The AIBA World Championships, he won a bronze medal in it. That's that world stage, you know what I'm saying? Most Americans, we don't even win bronze. He won a bronze. So this motherfucker can fight, man.
Yeah, he only had one. I mean, people got to take the dude had one loss to
Against
probably the only dude
Lomachenko.
that has more. Yeah, only dude that have more acclimates than him in the amateur. Like, so let's keep it a buck. He lost. I mean, I wish we could at least say that he was old man lost, or that's why he lost. But he just looked hurt and couldn't get it done. So it is what it is. But yeah, my guy, yeah, he's not gonna be bumping it. Like, just look at that division, y'all. I mean, these dudes, like, he's not going to be dealing with nothing like that. He has enough power to sleep quite a few of those guys. So, I
That's
mean,
what I was thinking, bro. Because I'm like, all right, in this division, he just got a belt in. I'm like, where they at?
yep.
Who is he supposed to be scared of a Kiko Martinez? Oh, how about Josh Warrington, the motherfucker that got like 30 amateur fights? This dude here got 220, man, a 4-time Filipino national champion. How about what if he fight King Tug next? A motherfucker that just fought a draw with a late replacement. Like who at 126 beside Gary Russell is gonna go out there and beat the hell out of him? That they need to be careful and keep him away from them. Like I said, if you're gonna be fighting Gary Russell moving forward, I'm with y'all because I feel like Gary Russell won that fight. But them other dudes at 126, I don't see no threats out there like that. I
Nope.
think he can go out there and get with all of them and have a chance at beating all of them. Don't be surprised if this guy get him a few title defenses. Like he get him 2 or 3, maybe 4 title defenses before he take a L. And don't be surprised if he get more than that.
Is Navarrete still at that? Is he still at that weight?
No, either he's at 130 or they trying to move him to 130.
Okay.
But I think he might be already at 130.
I think I think he's already gone, man. If you size up everybody else they got in there, like you said, Kiko Martinez and the Laura. I mean, he can go on a massive streak and they're gonna blow that shit up. He gonna be amazing. I think, and really, I don't see nobody coming down the pipeline. He's probably like a couple years from having a significant challenge, even close to Agent Russell. Like he's not going to rematch him. If Russell gets that arm correctly, I think he can beat him easy. So,
man, Gary Russell Jr. is the new face of the Who Needs Him Club. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can have all the excuses in the world not to fight him now. He already a southpaw, amateur background, got a whole bunch of speed. Now he ain't got no belt to bring to the table. Ain't nobody gonna be fighting him, and the matchmakers ain't gonna be looking to fight him either.
They're about to Rigondeaux this dude. They're about to this. He's gonna be scratching and scrawling for fights, and next thing you know, he'll be 38 years old, and just then he'll be insignificant, man. So it sucks that he lost that belt, man. It's just that was his one thing. Because I'm thinking, like, look, what's the best he can work his way? They're not gonna allow him to work his way back in the rankings. WBC's not gonna allow because they don't want him to touch that belt again. So,
yeah, they wanted him out the way in the first place. You think they gonna let him come back and get it
nope.
again? Hell no.
It's a done deal, man. And what's funny is a lot of them people, a lot of fighters in that division have losses, man. It's not like you know what I'm saying. It's like there's only a couple guys in that division that's maybe like a Ray Vargas or something like that that's like undefeated. But shit, like, yo, these dudes all got 1 or 2 losses, man. So it's not like he should drop all the way to the bottom. And the funny part is he got wins over a bunch of them dudes. So it's just like, it's sad, man. I don't know, but he probably, like I said, you'll probably see him not getting no fight for a couple years, and he might just shut it down and focus on his brothers, man.
He is getting up there. 33 years old at 126. That's up there for that weight class. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is he ain't took no sustained beatings in his life, and he has had a lot of rest periods and stuff. So he might be fresher than the average 33-year-old that's at 126. You know what I'm saying? He still got a lot left as long as his body ain't breaking down. I just hope him getting his injury ain't a sign of his body breaking down, because if that's what it is what it is. Because I remember even Floyd Mayweather was saying after he turned 29, his body started breaking down. So it
Oh
be
yeah,
like
that's
that.
when he developed that whole. I mean, the funny part is that's when he developed that mud style that he came out with, where he just barely. It looks like he's hitting with heavy punches, but then he's really only throwing like 40 punches around. But he landing the most of them. But that's when that started. You could tell that the injuries start taking a toll, man. Some of them people get earlier, some people later. I mean, it's like Andre Ward in that shoulder. You could tell at a point in time that it was affecting them. Like it's, but they'll grit through it and keep on fighting. But like you said, there's only so much you can do. And him being 33 and he got a lot of miles, man. Maybe not a lot of wear and tear, but he's been boxing for a long time. Training camp after training camp, amateur. I mean, this is gonna wear you down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Hey, salute, bro. Salute everybody that came in. Eric R. Napoleon Armstrong, D-Lo.
What's
Lala
going
D.
down?
Salute, champ. Salute, shit, had got a phone call, man. Hey, shit, I didn't get your take, man. It sounded like y'all was talking about Gary Russell. Hey, what was your take, man? You think Magsayo deserved to get that nod? Or do you think Gary deserved that draw or the W?
Yeah, I don't think it had nothing to do with that. Like if we just gonna look at it as far as the fight go in a vacuum, I feel like it could have been a close Gary win or a draw. But if you took Max Sayo 7-5, I don't think that's capital murder. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he didn't do enough to take the championship away from Gary Russell, as far as my opinion. But I don't think that even mattered. I feel like D'Lo was spot on the money when he said them folks wanted to take that belt from him because Gary Russell Jr. is fucking up the money by being inactive and not paying them sanctioning fees. So they wanted to move on anyway. And you got a chance to kill two birds with one stone because King of King Boxing brought up the fact that they've been looking for the next Manny Pacquiao. They want a new Filipino sensation. So we got a chance to kill two birds with one stone. We can take this belt away from this inactive Southpaw black champion, and we can move it on and use that as a springboard for the next Filipino sensation. And I think that's what it was. And like D'Lo said, them folks will get up there, Steve Farhood and them, they'll tell them, the WBC tell them, hey, make sure y'all tell the boxing fans that Magsayo is dominating this fight tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like what Dante be saying, Dante Boxing Nation, he used to say, hey, listen to me. Fuck listening to your lying eyes. Listen to me. So I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, the evidence all show proof. They did show the highlights, some weak ass highlights on one side. That's why I put that thumbnail up there, man. That motherfucking Gary Russell was walking that nigga into that left hand. That shit was knocking the sweat off his motherfucking forehead. But I gotta agree with you though, and yeah, I think D'Lo was spot on because it show looked like it was a setup going on. And you were saying like usually it take a long time. You know it's gonna be some bullshit.
Oh yeah, when they read out the scope, when they
Yeah,
read the scorecards, man, if they take a long time, it's normally some bullshit they about to read.
The crazy part though, even with the 16, he still barely lost. That's the sad part about it. It ain't even like I guess maybe they figured not to make it so blatant anymore. Don't have the score be 118, 111. Like, damn, what fight was y'all watching? You know what I'm
it kind
saying?
of worked. It kind of worked in their favor because they got a lying ass argument. They gonna say he only had one hand. I heard some people say he was using the jab. Maxayo was not using the jab, man. He was running in, throwing his hands, letting his hands go. He was not using the jab like that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't using the jab to get in the inside. He was just throwing wild. And Gary was making them miss. You know what I mean? He had some periods in the fight that he landed some shots, but he was not in control. I think Gary was in control even with one hand. You know what I'm saying? He was walking that boy in the shit, setting him up for shots, clean, good shots, power shots too. So that's just what I was seeing. I thought that Gary should have got a draw at least. But this was their opportunity to say, fuck that. We getting rid of this motherfucker. We tired of this motherfucker only having one fight a year and shit. We only getting these petty dollars about this motherfucker. We finna look for the next Pacquiao or some shit.
Yeah, two birds with one stone, man. And them Filipinos been happy, so they're gonna come out and spend some money. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, and support the motherfucker. So yeah, I think that's what the main thing was. Gary Russell could have went out there and won 9-3. I don't think he was coming out of there with that belt, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like they didn't want him to have that motherfucker. But I just looked at box break. I see the people down there saying they wouldn't mind Emmanuel Navarrete versus this Magsayo. And I said I was thinking that Navarrete moved up, but he has not. His last fight against Joel Gonzalez, he weighed in at 125 3/4. So his last fight was at featherweight. So he's still at the weight class. I know that he pretty big for the weight class. He's been talking about moving to 130, so I don't know if he's outgrown it, but if he can still make the weight comfortably, that'll be a hell of a fight, him and Max Sayo, man. A bunch of offense. The defense ain't just the best. Max Sayo can counterpunch. I think Max Sayo technique is actually a little bit tighter than Navarrete, though. Navarrete got that swarming style, but I think Max Sayo a little bit sharper. Magsayo, got the more amateur background, 220 as opposed to 108 and 7 or something like that. 107 and 8 or 108 and 7, one of them. And I think it shows. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll be a hell of a fight. But I think I would lean towards Magsayo. I really do. Who would you take in that fight? I know you probably leaning toward Navarrete.
Yeah, definitely. I'll take Navarrete ass. And I think Navarrete probably stop him.
Yeah, I got Navarrete by murder. Like, yo, we keep it real. Like this kid, man, that's the thing about it. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I seen him the fight that he had before this. I'm not saying he's chinny or nothing, but I think he can be hurt, and I think he can be stopped. I think a 29-year-old Gerald Russell dog walks this dude. So I don't know. I don't see him. But like I said, there's a lot of people in that division where he can. I mean, I promise you. Like I said, I was looking at box rate too. I can see 10 straight fights he can win against named opponents and just be clocking them up. And like I said, Navarrete, they trying to run him up to 130, but maybe that's got stalled out with Arum having his issues and having to let Valdez and what's the name fight now. So we'll see.
Yeah, I like Navarrete as a fighter. He like one of my favorite fighters to call, but his technique is just so goddamn raggedy, man. Like
But he do work off the jab though. Like he do got some motherfucking method to his madness. We seen Maxayo just abandon the jab and just start running in reckless. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but you fight against a southpaw though, so it's like a tough type of situation when you're an orthodox fighter going against a southpaw. Navarrete can switch and turn southpaw, so that might give him some problems in that stance. But Navarrete just so wide, man, with his shit that he's open for counter punches, man. And his opponents have been catching up to him lately and fighting back in that hole. It ain't like he's just been running through everybody. And the people that he's been beating, I don't think they good as Max Sayo. Thinking
Well,
about
the
Joe.
Magsayo, man, the thing about it is he was having to press the action against a boxer. So I don't see him having to do that. Like you said, he was diving in just to get stuff, trying to get it going. He's getting clipped for a thing. That's not going to happen. He's not going to get counterpunched. But I just think, I don't know, Navarrete I don't know. I just think he might be a little too much.
That's a good point that you just brought up, though, because like Gary Russell is like a small, elusive type of opponent, and Navarrete is the opposite. He a big opponent, and he come to you. You don't even have to go looking for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he coming to you. So I would feel more comfortable fighting against Navarrete than Gary Russell. And that's one reason, like when I was saying I wanted to see Gary Russell fight against Navarrete, I always picked Gary Russell to win that fight. A lot of people was picking Navarrete to beat Gary Russell, but I didn't feel that way because I just know the technique in Navarrete. He got a loss on his record. And I saw what beats Navarrete because I watched the fight that Navarrete lost. And it was just regular by the book technique. You know what I'm saying? Like just keep your hands up good, little bit of jab, little bit of head movement, little bit of angle. It wasn't a long fight though. It was only a 4-round fight. So maybe if the fight would have went 10 rounds, Navarrete might have caught up to him and stopped him. But I did see what gave him some trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Max Sayo is like a textbook type of fighter, but I do think his technique is a little bit better than Navarrete. You know what I'm saying? But it would be a hell of a fight, though, man.
Hey, Freddie Roach here goes to his ass down. That's all I got to say.
Navarrete got some decent defense, though. Like he ain't coming out all beat the fuck up, even though he get touched. He got some type of, like I said, method to his man. I didn't
Yeah,
see
but
it.
look at his.
I seen Magsayo taking a lot of chances, man, and getting hit with some hell of a shots. Then now this Navarrete, the octopus guy with two arms, he gonna be landing hell of a shots by the dozens. You know what I'm saying?
See, but this is the thing. Like Navarrete, he fought Shakur Stevenson, ex-girlfriend's boyfriend, Joey Gonzalez. And if you compare them two fights, you know what I'm saying? Like if you look at Joey Gonzalez versus Shakur, and you look at his fight against Navarrete, it's like two different stories. He couldn't even touch Shakur Stevenson, but he went to war with Navarrete. Navarrete, I think he ended up going the distance. Navarrete had his eye all fucked up and big and shit, but he was fighting back on Navarrete. After the fight, they had a real emotional embrace because they had went in there and went to war. That's the type of fighter that Navarrete is. He's a go to war type of fighter. And I just feel like if you come in there with a little bit of technique and a little bit of power, I think you got action at somebody like that. But hey, man, I ain't trying to convince y'all. We just going back and forth with our opinion. I
Right.
see L Dub in the chat, man. I gotta give L Dub his motherfucking props, man, because he was 100% on the money when he was saying that Gary Russell Jr. he ends the round in his own corner after every single fucking round. I'm talking about as soon as the bell ring, all he got to do is just look back for the stool and have a seat, while his opponent got to take a trek across the ring to his corner. You know what I'm saying? That shit is some King of Kings said that's some ring generalship for your ass right there, and that's what it is.
For real.
Yeah,
Hey,
for real.
Ike, salute. L Dub, salute. What's good with it, fam?
Yeah, that's a hell of a point, man. I gotta give him props because I ain't even noticed that shit.
Yeah, that shit was. Hey, he pointed some shit out. That shit was great. Almond Brown, salute, sis.
Almond Brown, what's up with it? She said, blessings, Trey X, Marlo, King of King, Moss in the chat. Shared the video, strolling in and taking my seat in the back, man. We appreciate you, man. She real cool, y'all. It would be real cool if y'all subscribe to her channel. You know what I'm saying? She just like a real cool woman. She be posting all kind of stuff. She be singing and reading books and watching movies and all kind of stuff, man. But she real nice, man. She be supporting everybody. Cool as a fan. So if you can subscribe to Miss Almond Brown.
Put your link in the chat too.
Yeah, drop that. I'm gonna go subscribe right now.
Yeah, got a little heavenly voice. Just don't let her entice y'all with them bad habits and shit, because she be making them cookies with ice cream and sprinkling the peach syrup and all that shit on there. And then she'll have the sexy music playing in the background. Don't get enticed by all that
Oh,
shit.
damn. She's a
Yeah.
seductress.
Yeah, exactly. If you get past all that, you'll be all right. Square video. Where we was at in the chat, man?
I don't know. I heard you reading for.
I'm gonna jump in the chat a little bit because I know somebody had said something about Cool Boy. Hold on. Shit, man. I done missed a spot, man. Hold on. Lala D said he can get another belt, maybe. I think the other sanctioning body's gonna be looking over at that shit like, man, I don't want no parts of that shit either, man. He fucking up the money over there. We don't need him fucking up the money over here. So I don't really think they want to do no business with him like that, man. In my opinion, I'm just gonna try to catch up real quick. Eric R said, "Is Cool Boy Steph at 126?" No, Cool Boy Steph is a unified champion at 122. Napoleon Armstrong said, "Oh damn, I think I was arguing with King Tug or something." Oh, in the chat a while, but he must be talking about King boxing. Right as the champ said, the refs have been missing a lot of knockdowns. Yeah, they have been missing some big knockdowns. You got me thinking about the King Tug fight, missing knockdown in that fight. Eric R said, I like Gary to move up for Colbert or Shakur. That'll be good. Yeah, go up to 130. Eric R said he might get some action since he's coming up in weight. I think he'll probably still get avoided by a lot of fighters, though. Eric R said, or get back versus Lomachenko. I'll take that, too. Lala D said, sorry, super bantamweight. You must be talking about Cool Boy. Lala D said, but salute to Gary for saving many bettors money. A lot of people were like, they were looking close to some when he mentioned his injury. Oh, yeah, that's square business. That's real talk. That shit should have been enough for me to change my pick But at the same time, it's kind of hard for me to say that because I feel like Gary Russell still won. Moody Trayweather said he would be going up to 126, though. He became undisputed at 122. He ain't undisputed yet, but he is unified, though. Let me scroll down. Lala D said Fulton Beast Mask Gallo, I think. Cool Boy Steph. I give Cool Boy Steph a good chance to go out there and out boxing. He got a little amateur background on him. I don't know why I can't think of what his record is. I want to say like 72 and 15. It was some shit like that, man. He ain't got like a whole bunch of fights. He got about 85 fights or something like that, though. But I like his technique. You know what I'm saying? So I think he got a good chance to go out there and outbox Mas Gallo because he got a major technique advantage over Mas Gallo. But at the same time, though, his last fight against Figueroa, he did have a little trouble with that pressure. So if he go up in weight and he fights somebody that's bigger and bringing pressure to him, I'm interested to see how he will handle that situation. I think it'll be tough, but I think he got the skills to pull it out, though.
Hey, I posted Lala D video in the chat too, man. Y'all subscribe to Lala D if y'all haven't. She gave a good take on the fight and what she saw and what her opinion was. A good breakdown on the Gary Russell versus Nate Dial fight. That's a latest video.
Yeah. D-Lo said, hold on. Lala D said Fulton beats Mask. Lala D said she think Fulton beats him. D-Lo said, I certainly was about to bet on Gary by stoppage until he announced the injury. He saved me more money than Geico. Napoleon said, trying to pick a winner is hard because you have to contend with politics and cheating and other variables. Oh, yeah, that's square business and networks and all that kind of shit. If a fighter gonna get a first shake, that's part of it. But I can't lie though. I really don't even be thinking about that shit as much as I should when I be making my picks. You know what I'm saying? Because I done went against a house fighter a couple of times. Like what I'm thinking about, one of them is I picked that Christopher Diaz. I picked him over Neho in this last fight. And I felt like the network wanted Neho to win. And that motherfucker went out there and got outboxed by Christopher Diaz. Christopher Diaz was too slick and too smooth for him. But they wouldn't let him get the decision, you know what I'm saying? Scroll down. D-Lo said essentially Gary entered the fight down 3 rounds on Fall Hood's card. Square business. La D said, Navarrete, Trex, you crazy. I don't think I'm crazy, man. I think I'm on the money. J1 Pro said Navarrete stops Mas Gallo in 6 or less. Y'all got to remember, y'all going against the defending champion now. Hyphy say, what's up with it, bro? Say, Hyphy say, Mas Gallo is so regular. I know bantamweights that can move up to 126 and whoop him. Who the bantamweights that'll move up and whoop him? Don't just say that shit. Put an address on that shit. D-Lo said, I'm not sure Joette wouldn't beat Mas Gallo. I would like that fight. Yeah, Joette do got the amateur background and all that kind of shit. So, you know, he probably got action. He done got some powers put on in his career, though. I think I would probably lean toward Mas Gallo. Y'all ain't got no respect for Mas Gallo at all. Y'all just think he ain't got nothing, huh? Look at Lala D co-signing that shit, talking about facts. And what place Lala D be coming in on the Champ Ross? D-Lo said Navarrete throws punches from distances and angles that fighters are trained not to throw. That's square business. That's also called making a mistake. So what's gonna happen if he throw one of them uppercuts from too far away one of these days, and he ain't there with a fighter that's good enough to take a half a step back and come over the top with that right hand on his ass, like Evander Holyfield versus Buster Douglas. You know what I'm saying? That's a possibility.
Hey, he do that. Navarrete to do that mess with Shakira. It's gonna be a wrap, bro. I'm just saying.
You see what happened, but look though, you see what happened with Burchell, because Burchell is a similar type of fighter to Navarrete. He's a swarming type of fighter that make a bunch of mistakes. When he was in there with a fighter in Oscar Valdez that had a more tighter technique, what happened to him? He got knocked the fuck out, man. So yeah, when I see them swarming fighters, I love to call the fight. I think they action type of fighters, but it's kind of hard for me just to get behind that because it ain't enough science in there. I need a little bit more science. So even though y'all don't like Mas Gallo, I'm looking at the counter punches and shit that Mas Gallo can put down. I done seen him counter punch in his last fight against that not his last fight, but that Hermosillo dude. I saw him counter punching against Gary Russell. As fast as he is, I saw him landing counter punches on Gary Russell. Y'all might not want to acknowledge the counter punches. That's on y'all. But I will. He landed some counter punches on that man. So I see a tighter technique. Like when it comes to Navarrete, I see him stepping to fighters and being first. I don't really see him like being a good counter puncher. He counter punch a little bit, like he'll come over the top of the jab with the right hand, for example. But for the most part, he like to step to you and be first. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that. I just think that Magsayo is a better counter puncher. And I think he's a more technical fighter than Navarrete. That's my reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Lala D, okay, hold on. L does say what's good. Napoleon say if Magsayo is able to channel his killer instinct, he could be held. When he gets comfortable and more confident, he will be good. He's still young, too. That's a good point. How old is he? About 26. Well, he ain't that goddamn young. I think what is he? 24-0 with 16 knockouts or something like that. Lala D, are you talking to one time? D-Lo said his ex-girlfriend, brother, yeah. Almond Brown, I read that. LW, I gave you props. D-Lo said that's some king shit. Lala D say facts. Almond Brown, she say, thank you, Trey X. And she say, what's up to Lala D? Let me get out y'all conversation. D-Lo talking about the temptress. Yeah, she a temptress, man, with that with them desserts and shit. She say subscribe to her channel. What's up to Junior the Super Dog? What's going down? Say salute Marlo Trades in the gym. Salute. D. Hyvee said Mark didn't use.
Salute, Junior the Super Dog. Salute, bro.
Hyvee say Mark didn't use Gary Hurt's shoulder against him, and Roach never instructed him to do so. Horrible fighter and trainer IQ. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Call that out because man, I don't know what kind of trainer, man. People crazy, man. That dude don't even. I don't know. he didn't point out nothing. He just is there just to say he's there. He didn't get no kind of quality instruction. Which there was opportunities for the young man, but I don't know, man. Freddie Roach just overrated.
See, I look at it just a little bit different, just a little bit. I still think he should have jumped on Gary when Gary had one hand. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a difference in stepping straight to a guy in a straight line as opposed to circling to the danger hand repeatedly. I would feel a lot worse if he was circling to his power hand all night. When I was calling the fight, I remember saying how he was walking straight to Gary. So I think that's a little bit less egregious. It's still bad because you ain't taking advantage of the situation. But at the same time, it's not as bad as if you were circling to the pound all night. Because I done seen that shit happen too many times. Man, you got the motherfucker going against a southpaw and he's circling to the damn left hand all night. Like that when I see that, that's when I really start thinking, nigga, that's some terrible fucking boxing IQ right there. You know what I'm saying? So instead of looking at it like he get an F, I give a motherfucker like a C for his boxing IQ. B minus, C plus for his boxing IQ. Not necessarily an F.
Yeah.
Eric R said Holyfield Douglas. Yeah, Holyfield Douglas with that counter right hand, man. Throw the uppercut from too far away. D-Lo said, I was thinking Holyfield versus Douglas when I made that comment. Spirit of Justice, salute to you. Said Filipino dude would never be the same like Dogbo. Filipino dude would never be the same like Dogbo. I done got lost on his comment. What you mean he'll never be the same? Would never be the same. I'm lost, bro. You're going to have to elaborate for me a little bit. Lala D said, no. We know he landed some, but he didn't do enough. Nah, he didn't do enough. See, when I say the counter punches that I saw him land, it was early in the fight. I'm talking about like in the first couple of rounds. That's what I'm talking about. And that's when he fresh. You know what I'm saying? But once he got figured out, once them them fast twitch muscles started to slow down a little bit, he wasn't landing them type of punches. That's why I felt like Gary Russell still won the fight. But early on, when he was sharp, when he was fresh, I saw him land some counters. D-Lo said Buster Douglas knew better. I never made my mind up if that punch was desperation, frustration, or being lazy in the moment. Either way, he paid the toll. Yeah, it shit do look weird, bro. It looked like it almost looked like he threw the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like he purposely made a sinful mistake in boxing. You throw your uppercut from too far away. Like you learned that early on in boxing not to throw your uppercut from too far away. And it looked like he thought for a moment in his mind, like, let me shoot this shit, man, because I really want to get out of here. I don't even want to be here tonight. Let me shoot this shit. I know he good. He'll come back with the uppercut. Bow! And that was all she wrote. You know what I'm saying? I guess I might be discrediting Buster Douglas by saying that, but that's just what it looked like to me. Eric R said Freddie Roach is there for moral support. Yeah, man, the man getting up there. Lala D said, of course, he had nothing for an injured fighter. He didn't even know how to further the injury. That is kind of old school, though. It's a lot of fighters that don't be taking advantage of the anatomy and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was probably it felt so foreign when the motherfucker saw Canelo do it. Because
Yeah, that's
Canelo,
what I'm saying. He could have circled, he could have circled where he should have been circling to the left. And even if he just thrown it here in the shoulder, hitting the bicep, that man, he would have been in it would have been a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Just pain. But like you said, yeah, when Canelo did it, that's throwback. Dudes don't understand. That's when they used to say touch him anywhere. He was hurt. So touch where he hurt it. Keep swinging it till he do something about it.
I remember back in the day, Roy Jones Jr., he fought this guy named Eric Harden. It was his brown skin brother, had some braids and shit, but he was kind of slick a little bit, and he was giving Roy some problems. And Roy started hitting him on his arm, and he ended up stopping the guy with an arm injury. You know what I'm saying? That's that old school shit, man. You got to do what you got to do. We don't even see that with the new school no more. So when you see that shit, it just look foreign as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so that's where Canelo got that from, huh?
Might have been. I know it was so foreign. I didn't even recognize the shit when it was taking place. I just sat up here and called 12 rounds of the fight. This motherfucker one time coming here telling us what's going on. I'm arguing him down that it didn't go down like that. And then when I go back, look at the shit again and read some articles, that motherfucker was right. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I had to tell him. I told the motherfucker on Messenger. I was like, man, I gotta give it to you. You was right on that shit. I ain't too proud. World made in the chat. Social scientist, the Kane Deals. What's up with it? Said damn low boxing IQ. What you coming in talking about, bro? Hyphy said Matias got a good win, but his foot position is going to be his downfall. Too often his legs are locked straight or square. I'm about to say he only had with shit. He had 100 amateur fights, so I can't give him that excuse. 80 and 20. Yeah, that's good enough to have a better technique. But he just made me eat some crow this past weekend because I had picked against him on the Chan Ross, and he went out there and beat the hell out my pick. But I can't even be mad at my pick though, man, because he wasn't no punk. He got his ass whooped, but hey, he was a soldier. I don't even mind going down with that shit, man. Hey, salute to my nigga Anand, because he a motherfucking gangster. We went down, man, but that motherfucker went down swinging. Almond Brown said, I might actually know who all of these people are after listening to y'all enough. Love y'all dedication to the sport, though. Yeah, that's 100% what it is, man. We love this boxing shit. Whether it's good or bad, I don't even know if it's a good thing all the time, but we about to pay $75 for a Keith Thurman pay-per-view. I think we love boxing a little too goddamn much, but D-Lo said, I think he means Navarrete ruins him like he ruined Dogbo. Okay, I got you. I don't know, man. This guy bigger than Dogbo and shit, too. How big is Dogbo? About 5'3"? Hell, Dogbo look like he needs to be
Dog boy,
fighting.
small as hell, man.
He little as a motherfucker. He look like he needs to be fighting at 115 or some shit, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
that's what I'm saying. 118 at least, bro. What you doing? At least you could. Maybe you might look down at the fire. Damn.
Yeah, I think this guy a little stronger than Dogbo. Haplotype said it may be more of a talent issue than an IQ issue. I think dude didn't have the natural gifts to dominate a one-handed Russell. Okay, I ain't mad at y'all opinion. I just think that the guy gonna be a little bit better moving forward. Y'all thinking that just about any bum off the street can come whoop man's Gallo now.
Nah, man. Hey, y'all need to get mascot. Here's the thing about it is you do have to look at development of fighters. If we want to use Pacquiao as example, Pacquiao didn't develop that right hook until after he lost to Morales the first time. If you really looked at that first fight, he threw one arm. It was like you want to talk about ring IQ. That looked bad. I think Moscow naturally has better boxing skills than Pacquiao had. I mean, like off the rip, I think there's just a few minor details. I don't know. Maybe he's anxious. He's a young kid, going for the title. Maybe he got a little caught up in the moment. But he not, like I said, I can't see nobody at 126 is going to be there. That there's a few scraps in there, but he can beat a bunch of those fighters. So let's keep it real.
Yeah, like if they announce Magsayo versus King Tug next, I got Magsayo all day. What you about to say, bro?
Hey, shout out to Chris Rennie.
Salute to Chapo.
Shit, I don't know, man. I think I probably go the other way. I probably go with King Tug. I take King Tug opponent. What was his name?
Lucas.
Lucas over Masgayo. I think both of them showed some decent skills, especially their fundamentals. I think they'll be able to touch that boy, man, a lot. Probably even hurt that boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I seen Mescal struggle with Seha a little bit, and I think King Tut. I mean, he's a better fighter than that dude, and he may crack a little harder. So I'm just saying, like, his styles do make matchups. I think he ain't got no cakewalk with King Tut, but I don't know. It's possible for him to beat a lot of them dudes. You know what I mean? A lot of them fights aren't are 50-50 fights, and he only needs a little bit of edge to win those, especially if they want him to be the man. So
King Tug made a big mistake that I don't see often in fighting. I see when they do make this mistake, they get caught, right? They get knocked out. But King Tug's hurt old boy, and he let old boy live. Like he didn't step on the gas on him. You know what I'm saying? Old boy was clearly hurt, clearly wobbled, but he recouped it and started coming back in the fight. You know what I mean? Make the fight turn into a draw. I believe that was a pretty good ass fight. I mean, the styles make fight. Neither one of them had like some standout ass hell of a style, but they was putting shit together. You know what I'm saying? It was adversity overcame in those fights and things like that. That made it good and interesting. So I think both of them dudes will probably get Matt's guy off. Man, he gets hit a lot. Ain't like he don't get hit. You know what I mean?
I think Magsayo beat the complete brakes off of King Tug. I think he'll go out there and stop him. And the other guy, shit, he'll fuck around and be like a 20-1 favorite over that motherfucker. I can see a minus 2,000 over that dude. But
you can see him getting robbed over the other.
Nah, I think he'll go out there and get beat. I got a little bit more respect for Magsayo than y'all do though, man. I think he can fight a little bit. I think he's more gifted than all them guys, especially like King
Yeah,
Tug. I just feel like King Tug slow as fuck. Like King Tug is slow.
and
Like
he was
he
walking
looks slow in
shots.
every fight.
He was walking
Oh
into shots though, Trey.
no, but I had
Round
enough.
after round.
Yeah, but he fighting against Gary Russell. King Tug looked like shit against Gary Russell. But damn, it was a point that I wanted to make. Damn, it was something that I wanted to say. Fuck, it might come back to me. I had a point I wanted to make. Fuck. Where I'm at in the chat. D-Lo said I heard a dude say today that Ugas needs to target Earl's eye like Earl did Kale. That is frightening, but textbook old school boxing. Absolutely. That's the first thing that you need to be thinking about going against that motherfucker. Lala D said, Trace, you don't get soldier points under the champ Ross. Shit, I'd rather take a soldier than a Kerr. You know what I'm saying? And you talking that shit, you done took motherfucker that done got knocked out in one round. I'm thinking about one dude, his last name was Petro. He was like 45-5. That motherfucker got knocked out in one round. And who had him? La D. Put a stamp on that motherfucker. So girl, you better be quiet. Hafler said everyone who fights Earl is going to target that eye if they're smart. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Salute to El Chapo. Let me scroll down. Hyvey say Donaire and Newey could move up to 126 and whoop Magsayo. He had to go pull out some Hall of Famers. Yeah, they could move up and beat a bunch of motherfuckers. Both them dudes are going to the
Yeah, how
Hall of
you gonna
Fame.
mention young dudes and then say no Nito Del there? What? Come on, man. And you said half them dudes. You gonna pick the two dudes that legendary? Get out of here,
You gonna
man.
pick the legends? I feel fool, man. Real bad. Lala D. Okay, hold on, let me scroll down. Happy Tyson. My point was, I don't think it was an IQ issue. I think it was speed and coordination as the problem. Please don't compare this dude to Pac, who has both. Okay, the Kane deal. So, yo, Trey, what you think of Magsayo's gifts and strong points, man? I think, all right, I think he got some decent speed. You know what I'm saying? Number one, I think he can counterpunch a little bit. It's not easy to counterpunch against southpaws all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I saw him counterpunch against two southpaws, that Hermosillo dude, and I saw him doing it against Gary Russell early in the fight. I think he got some decent pop on his punches, enough that you're going to respect him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's strong for the weight class. He like 5'6" and he got a 68-inch reach at 126. That's pretty strong for the weight class. The guys that's around him ain't that big for the most part. You know what I'm saying? He's young. That to me, that's an attribute to have that young energy. You know what I'm saying? And he got the amateur background, 220 full-time national Filipino champion. Yeah, I think those are his strengths. You know what I'm saying? Lala D said if Magsayo is that good, Trey X, then that's a real compliment to Gary Russell. But ain't that what I've been saying the whole time? I said that Gary Russell beat him. We need to put Gary Russell back on the pound for pound list. Like, that's the kind of shit I've been saying the whole time. See, like, some people just quick to want to shit on people, but you're not understanding that if you shit on everybody, if a motherfucker that you like beat him, he don't get no props for it. And I know that Gary Russell didn't win officially on the cards and shit, but I thought he did enough to win on the cards. That was just my opinion. I thought he did enough to win with one hand. So that's a credit to him that he can beat a guy that's as good as Magsayo with one hand. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people, they look at it the opposite way. They say, well, Magsayo, he's so sorry that he can't beat Gary Russell with one hand. And I look at it that Gary Russell is so good that he's able to beat a guy as good as Magsayo with one hand. See, I look at it the opposite way. You know what I'm saying? Napoleon said Lucas got a sharp, quick right out there. Shit, what you think Magsayo got? You think his right hand, he got a quick right hand? Big Boy Boxer said one thing is for sure, Magsayo has plenty room for improvement. Well, that's what King of Kings was just talking about. Because after Manny Pacquiao busts on the scene, what's the name of that dude he beat when he busts on the scene? LaDuaba or some shit like that. He wasn't developed though when he first burst on the scene, and then he had to go to work and go to the lab with Freddie Roach, and Freddie
Yeah, I
Roach
didn't
is the one that
really.
got him on point.
I caught on the Pacquiao that when he fought Marquez that first time, way back in the day. So he had bust on the scene before, but I think that's when I actually started paying attention to him and see he was a legit threat.
Pacquiao had wars with what's the name too? Barrera, didn't he? Yeah.
No, Barrera, I think he smashed him. It was
Hey,
Morales.
Yeah, he
With
smashed
for
Morales,
sure.
himself.
he had 3 fights with
Hey,
Morales, and then last fight, Morales was like, forget this, forget it.
What you about to say, bro?
man, that's it. That's just gas, man. I forgot I had it. King
Hey, man, I
says,
tell y'all, stay hydrated, man. Y'all be forgetting stuff, bro.
Hey, a nigga had one in the chamber like a motherfucker. Forget what you about to say on that gas. I had a point that I was trying. I still been over here trying to think about what I was trying to say earlier
Oh, that you was
about
talking about earlier? That
yeah,
you was like,
about
hey,
that.
what was I about to say?
Yeah. I thought I had me a good ass point I was about to make.
hey, but yeah, Max Zion can improve though. Hey, but shit, what else y'all want to get into, man? Before we get
Oh,
up
I
out of
want to touch this real quick. Consequejo's fighting again this weekend. You know, the dude that I believe he won that Valdez fight, but he's coming back. You know, the 2006 gold medalist. He'll be fighting this weekend.
Yeah, he fighting against that Xavier Martinez dude, 17-0.
Yeah, he ain't no soft touch. The guy's going right back in the fire. So we about to see what's up.
Hey, I put the Champ Ross. I put the fights that's coming up for the third week on the community page. You might have to scroll down a couple because I shared a couple videos. on here too. But they up if y'all put the picks in. If y'all gonna put the picks in. I didn't even see who on the schedule. Did you see, bro?
Yeah, I've been working on that shit, man. He got some janky ass fights on the top on the docket, man. Hey, this motherfucker. Normally we get like 15 fights to choose from. This season we only been choosing 10, and we got motherfucker that's 17-7 going against a nigga that's 9-3. Like some shit that ain't just typical. You know what I'm saying? Like we got folks with a bunch of losses and shit fighting, man. So you gotta dig through the crates and stay up late. This this Consacao fight was one of the only fights that I felt comfortable picking. I wasn't even gonna say nothing about it because I ain't want to divulge nothing on the Channel Ross. But hey, since we well,
Don't be trying to
since we look
get.
well, since we looking at it though, Consacao, man, he got the amateur background, man. 4, 5, and 15 Olympic gold medalist and shit. Like I said last time, man, he fought the hell out of Lomachenko. I'm talking about they went to war. I'm talking about ripping shots to the body. Lomachenko come back with something. Consacao come back with something. You know what I'm saying? He got some good size for the division, man. They're like 5'9" or something like that.
Yeah, he got a
The
good link, man. Stream link.
yeah, the guy that he fighting against, he ain't got that background like Consacao. Like he got a little amateur experience and shit, but he ain't fighting on the world stages like Consacao though. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta lean towards Consacao. I'm just trying to decide if I'm gonna take him by knockout or take him by decision. But I'm probably gonna take Consacao in the fight though. How you were looking at the fight, bro?
I didn't even check out the schedule or nothing. So I didn't even know he was on there.
Yeah, they got some jank ass shit on the schedule this week, man.
Yeah, man. I had to dig that Consacao fight out of the bag, man. So everything else is do 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 do.
Consacao should be undefeated, man. This should be a somebody gotta go type fight. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Cause like when we think about Magsayo, like I heard what you saying about the Julio Seja fight, because I watched that fight and I know he dropped Magsayo in the fight. But sometimes you need them type of fights to build some character, to put some hair on your chest. You know what I'm saying? You got to get tested. If you just have a smooth selling all the time, you don't never get tested. I don't think that's good for you as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I actually look at the Seja situation like he did get caught, but I see some good in that because he got tested and he was able to pass that test. And Seja, he a veteran. What was he like, 32-4 or something like that when he fought him?
Yeah, he had
Very,
4 losses.
yeah, very tough. Can get on the inside. You know what I'm saying, and bang and shit. And
He
I
probably like he's not a gatekeeper, but he's probably like maybe a journeyman. One of them dudes you give you a little work.
yeah, against a young fighter, that's par for the course down there. That the journeyman to give the young fighter a scare, a little test. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm looking in the chat. Oh yeah, I was gonna say though. I guess you could kind of say that the loss with Consacao was something similar. He didn't go out there and get dropped or nothing. He did learn some lessons though. I hope he learned anyway. Like for example, resist the clinch. Don't be so accepting of the clinch where your opponent can tie you up whenever you get ready. If you land a shot, you don't need to raise your hand and alert the judges that you landed the shot. When you in the clinch, you don't have to raise your arms to alert the referee that you're not the one responsible for the clinch. That's amateur type shit. So hopefully he learned from that, got a little bit of character and a little bit of her on his chest out of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the biggest thing that hopefully you learn too, man. When you are not in your surroundings, you need to not only win, you need to do a little bit more. And there was times I think there was opportunity for him to put a little more work in. There was a couple rounds he kind of I know he was kind of like you said, it was very amateur. It's kind of moving around, but he was connecting. But it's like, dude, if you step on the gas just a little bit, you can make it completely obvious that you're winning this fight.
Yeah, yeah. Big boy boxing said, I still can't believe Gary went into a mandatory fight that has no rematch with a substantial injury. That crosses the line between warrior and stupid. Yeah, that got me thinking about when that motherfucker battling Siki had defended his light heavyweight championship against Mike McTeague in Dublin, Ireland on St. Patrick's Day. that definitely crossed the line between Warrior and Dom. How the fuck you gonna defend your title in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day? You know what I'm saying? What you about to say, bro?
Hey, I was gonna say that he probably was forced, man. I think he was forced to go on this into this fight. I think if it was up to him, he probably would have been able to pull out with him. But I think they was gonna take this shit from him regardless. Hey, big boy, I subscribe to you, fam. I didn't know you make content, but shout out to you, man. Big boy make content. Look like he even played the boxing game over there. Man. Shout out to you, fam. Y'all feel free to subscribe to Big Boy Boxing. He come through and fuck with us and support us a lot when he can.
Okay. Chris Rayner said, I thought Magsayo fought better when Gary had two hands. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying too, bro. Like he was countering that jab and shit. Like Gary step in with a jab, Magsayo take a half a step back and go to the body with the six. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of shit that was going on. When Gary lost the use of one of his hands, you know, he was a little bit more cautious. So he didn't give Magsayo them same type of opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So I saw something similar. What you saying? Big boy boxing said, hold on, where I'm at. Junior the Superdog said, Pac-Man, king of the rematch. I used to call him king of the catchweight, the catchweight king, because a lot of them big fights, he was fighting folks at them catchweights and shit. He had Miguel Cotto looking like a dead man out there. Shit, I forgot about Oscar. He had Oscar
Yeah,
looking
Oscar,
real
man,
bad.
that was horrible. They shouldn't even he shouldn't even name that fight. Oscar came into that fight at 144. That's how drained, and man, that was terrible.
Yeah, they said they saw the man jogging at the track and saw how ashy he was. And they knew that he was in trouble then. That's what Freddie Roach said. Said the man was ashy. We knew he was in trouble. Big boy boxing said that's because he trained to counter a jab, and when the jab wasn't there, okay. I guess he must be talking about maybe Magsayo trained to counter the jab, because I saw him counter the jab a few times. He wasn't coming over the top of the jab like a lot of fighters do, but I saw him going to the body with that right uppercut, that right dig. I see that a lot kind of lately with the fighters, because I see that from Shakur Stevenson a lot. Because Shakur Stevenson, he likes to take that little half a step back and dig a quick little body shot with his backhand. You know what I'm saying? What you about to say, bro?
Oh, I said hyphy, a damn fool. check him out. You about to get to it.
Ivy said, let's take a moment to laugh at all these breaking news channels that rush to YouTube to announce Joshua accepted a step aside fee. Poor journalism, new rumor, research. Well, you know, that's the way it go. Everybody want to be first to, get the views and all that kind of shit. I had saw something about it. I saw Joshua made a video. I didn't even click on it. I just read the title, and it said something like, he was telling folks to not be listening to the bullshit. If it don't come from him, don't listen to it or something like that. So I think I know what you're talking about.
Hey, I tell y'all what though, this Tasha K versus Cardi B case gonna change a lot of these weak motherfuckers on YouTube slandering motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is suing the motherfucker for putting false information and lie. You know what I'm saying? To try to fuck up a motherfucker reputation for views. Motherfucker suing the motherfucker for that shit.
Yeah, they need to, they like, I mean, YouTube want to regulate all kind of bullshit, but it's like, dude, man, like this stuff is distinctly inaccurate and fools is just making up stories. It's kind of childish and sad. And these lame ass dudes is trying to make a living off that. Like, hey, man, honestly, good work is always going to come to the top. And I get tired of that crap. Breaking news, blah, blah, blah. And you look at it. And then right from the beginning, AKA, we know who he is, Mr. I don't know, whatever. I don't even want to say his name, but fuck it. He gets started with color. That motherfucker be having so many videos talking about, breaking news, blah, and you turn the video, and this nigga ain't even talking about what the breaking news was, and then 10 minutes later, the title's different. Like, you bum ass nigga. Like, come on, man. Got it all excited, thinking something going to happen, and nothing happening. Stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. I hope she be fine. I ain't saying this to no knocker or nothing like that. I was just talking about motherfuckers be lying and putting out false information. You know what I'm saying? Just for a click or a view. That's the thing I was talking about. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And they need to have been doing that, man, because it's just too much. these people lose a lot of money, man. Their reputations get ruined. The stories get all the way around. You guys know how it is. It's not even what the truth is. It's what people say at first. And, you know, there's all kinds of situations with that happening. But like I said, these places these aren't just like, you can't look, a lot of you YouTubers call yourself journalists. You can't be a journalist if you don't know how to read and write correctly. So please shut the hell up.
Yeah. All right, let me look in the chat a little bit. D-Lo says 17-7 versus 9-3 sounds like a draw candidate. Well, shit, go ahead and do your thing, bro. I personally think they don't pay enough points for a draw. You know what I'm saying? I think they should like if it's a draw, I think you should at least get like 200 points, man, to be real. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 10, maybe 100 points. I can see 100, like 10-1 or something like that. I think that would make more sense. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not paying that much, I don't think it's worth taking a draw. Lala D said, I wonder if Heyman advised against Gary not having a rematch clause. She's saying she wondered if Al Heyman in on the shit, advised against Gary not having. Oh, she's saying if he was advising against it. Okay, I got you. Junior the Superdog said Pac had 13 rematches. Okay, a lot of the good fighters that had a bunch of rematches. But I guess you were saying that's why you called him the king of the rematch, and I was saying I call him the king of the catchweight. Big Boy Boxing said, appreciate that, Marlo. Thank you. Lala D said, oh, yeah. Tasha K, I think she's saying. She said Tasha took a huge L. I don't even know what the fuck Tasha K is.
Hey, we try to support all the fans and rock with us over here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do over here, fam. No problem. Appreciate you for rocking with us.
Yeah, Almond Brown said, I think Tasha K will be fine. And then she said, who does that King? I think she's talking to King Boxing.
She trying to get me to say the clown face. Nah, we ain't gonna give him no shine on here. You feel me?
Okay, Lala D said she probably got to pay the suit and all the lawyer fees over the years. Okay, I'm reading some shit. I don't even know what you talking about. Big Boy Boxer said anybody who believes a Gareth Davis article that doesn't quote any sources is a sucker. Plus, the guy is a Fury fanboy. Okay, I think you talking about that shit with Joshua or something. I mean, y'all got me feeling like I'm dumb as hell right now. El Chapo said YouTube breaking news is just as bad as cancel culture. Okay.
y'all get a little too. Hey man, get back on direction. Damn. I'm saying you messed up. I was eating a piece of pizza. I ain't hungry no more.
hey, Gig and Chris are the same shit. That's just spark a fuse, I guess.
For real. Nigga brought up where he got beat up in middle school. Nah, man, but that's worse. And what's the name? He beat up on me. Like, nah, what? For real.
Yeah, y'all know me, man. I don't be giving a damn about what these dudes do, man. I'm just worried about what we doing on the corner. What you about to say, bro?
Hey, to be honest, a lot of times. I'm sorry.
Ain't nothing wrong with being authentic and being real, man, being true. You ain't got to jump outside the box, you know what I'm saying, for a click or a view. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit, you spewing information. And most of these motherfuckers come back arguing with you, shit, because they heard it from you and you got a certain amount of subscribers. And you can point them out to the direction to go find the motherfucking real truth. And they still won't do it. So it's an influence, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely an influence.
People just want to be a part of something, man, and sometimes they take the adversary position even if it don't make any sense. Like, so everybody got to always make out as though they just got this army of haters and people that just, like, man, half the time, look, I want to tell y'all that something that irritates me when you watch videos is they're so concentrated on the two people that said something stupid that they forget about the hundreds that are paying attention to what you're saying. Like, don't allow them to divert you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's cool to act like you got all these adversaries, but yeah, I can have a bunch of adversaries when I'm just talking shit on the dang computer. It's a whole nother thing in real life.
Yeah.
Hot Mike, salute, fam. He said, I'm on the corner.
Salute.
Yeah.
Almond Brown said, go back to boxing. El Chapo said, King of King, open it up and then want to take it away. So he calls you an Indian giver, basically.
That's right. The doors is closed, homie.
That was Pandora's box, the King of Kings. He trying to close it. That's exactly what he doing, man. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, man, I'm on this gas and shit, man. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I don't even think I got the mental capacity to even think deeply. You know what I'm saying? I'm just listening. D-Lo said, breaking news, water is wet. No shit. J1 Pro DaVinci said, not gonna lie, I'm a hater of liars.
Hey, I just might be right in love with you, bro. That's a hater. Shit, I guess I'm a hater then, man. I call you. Why your motherfucking ass gonna sit here and lie like that, man? You know what I'm saying? They ain't being no hater, bro. Unless you want to be a part of bullshit. I ain't on the bullshit wagon. A lot of people be on the bullshit.
Yeah, Big Boy Boxing said, personally, I don't see the point in having an adversary on YouTube. It's not like we are in the ring. That's real shit, man. That's why I gotta have respect. Like I really, like it have been people on YouTube that dislike me, but I ain't never had a bad word with hardly none of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I just be doing my thing, but I have had one bad words with one channel, and I gotta give him his props because he didn't make no diss video. He didn't do none of that shit. I told him fuck him. He said fuck me, called me a hoe. I called him a bitch, and we went on about our business. And that was the end of it. Don't nobody even know who I'm talking about, probably, because that's where it ended. I gotta have respect for the motherfucker. You know
Real
what I'm
talk. Real, yeah. Real talk. Leave it where it's at, nigga. We see each other. We just see each other, man. That's how men get out. Nigga ain't finna go sit there and make up nothing about you and go all this way. You know what I'm saying? To put you in his mouth every time he come on live. You know what I mean? That's not what motherfuckers do.
Yeah, that's where we left. We all in the Champ Ross and everything together. I sure felt good putting that foot in his ass on the Champ Ross. We're all ready to chat. The Kane deal said too much concentration on the haters has brought down, brought many a channel down. I got you. D-Lo said, wow, tomorrow. Y'all motherfuckers shit. Y'all ain't shit. Oh, bro, hold on, we scroll down. El Chopper said, breaking news. Don't talk about breaking news on the cola. The Kane deal said, got to hit that block button on all hateration in your dancery. You know what I'm saying? And Brown said, what? Not you, Trey. What you talking about? Yeah, I mean, I'm a nice guy. I'm a cool guy, but I don't let nobody run over me. So, you know, sometimes you got to stand up for yourself. So it is what it is. But like I said, I got respect for the motherfucker. That's where it was. You know, I mean, that's where it stayed. Like, we ain't come out making no diss videos and none of that shit. Fuck you, you a hoe, you a bitch. And that's the end of it. D-Lo said, I hit, hold on. I heard a dude on a live stream talking about what he sees in certain fighters, etc. Then said he is legally blind. I'm going to stop making excuses. Yeah.
D-Lo, hell no, you full of shit, nigga. All of that. I'm gonna put the lie card on that one. Hell no.
Motherfucker, damn fool. Y'all give
Yeah,
me a
he fucked
second,
me
man.
up with that.
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Oh, hell no, man. D-Lo is crazy for that shit. Man, I done had, you wouldn't even know the motherfucking shit I done went through on YouTube, man. I don't even put the shit out like that, man. I done had a conversation with motherfuckers behind the scene. You ain't never gonna, motherfuckers that came out and made videos about it, nigga. Said some weird shit, lies and everything. Then came out and and said that the motherfucker was only having the motherfucker back, but didn't even mention the nigga name, man. YouTube is a fickle playground.
Man,
Shit,
that's a social media in general, man. It's giving voices to cowards.
hey, I be tripping off on what motherfuckers be getting next to you and then end up starting to beef with you just for the views and the clicks. Fake beats and shit like that. Motherfuckers ain't mean, bro. That's why I try to make sure a motherfucker carry himself by example. You know what I'm saying? A conflict come, you'll see how I handle it. And I leave that shit there. But hater come through this motherfucker, they gonna hear them famous words. A troll come through this motherfucker, they gonna hear them famous words. They
What
don't
you
even come
gonna
fuck
tell
with
him,
me.
Marlo? What you gonna
Get the
tell him,
fuck out
Marlo?
my gym. They don't even come messing with us though. You know what I'm saying? It look like we got some peace going on, bro. Especially ever since they you can't see it who hit the dislike. You can't see who hit the dislike no more. They ain't coming. Uh, Alvin Brown said, "Well, I've gotten cussed out 3 or 4 times. If that makes you feel better, I laugh at it, and it makes them matter. Yeah, it do. Yeah, it do. They can keep making videos if you don't respond. Just don't respond. They eventually stop making videos." Chris Renner said, that's just cause Trey give the man sight with that dope ass blow by blow. But then he but then he go to some singer channel and like his man Trey just lied to me. Eric R said, "Get the fuck out of my gym." You heard him. Yeah, they would hear them famous words, man. That shit over with, man. But I just be tripping because, motherfucker Kwame Brown about to bring a lot of this shit to light. Like, it ain't just in one sector of YouTube. It's all over YouTube. Every type of community. You know what I'm saying? The same shit goes on. It's kind of sick.
Yeah,
Especially
you're
if you
right.
go do, especially if you go do your homework and you go find out who lying and who telling the truth. All you gotta do is go back to backdate the videos, and videos don't lie. That's why some people take their videos down. That's why we keep our shit up. You know what I'm saying? What was that?
Yeah, drug Ryan Garcia out the ground.
You said what?
He, I got a weird echo. Sorry about that. Hey, mute your mic real quick. Let's see if that's what's doing that. Hey, hello? Yeah, it's that bootleg mic you got from Walmart, but it's all good, man. No, he was
I don't
talking
even,
about.
I don't even use a mic. It's my computer.
Yeah, I don't know why I was backwashing like that. But no, old boy was talking about Moody on Trey. Whether it was talking about is Ryan Garcia ever going to fight again?
They say he's supposed to be fighting. Man, what's that boy with
Herring,
that? Get that
Herring,
eye over here, boy. Shout out to Mr. Skinny. uh, what's his name? Farmer.
Herring, Paul.
Who?
Yeah, for Har. I mean, yeah.
Tevin Farmer. That's what I seen. I seen somebody title said that shit. Supposed to be fighting Tevin Farmer or something.
Man, he been rotating his name. He just attaches the different names around. That I don't know. Trey was talking about somebody getting dropped. Look what this dude is. I don't even know what to say, man.
Tevin
That
Farmer
type of
ain't been
dude is
active.
ruined boxing.
Tevin Farmer ain't been active in 2 years though, bro. Chris Rainer said, not Chris Rainer. Moody Trayweather said, that's what you was reading, huh?
Yeah.
Brian gonna fight again. Yeah. Alvin Brown said, yeah, Marlo. One of them told me to make a video so we can go back and forth. I don't even get down like that for real. They ain't used to that. They ain't used to seeing real motherfuckers. Man, you say what the fuck you want to say, nigga. I said what I had to say, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? I said it to your face too. You know what
Hey,
I'm
the
saying? That's good. That's good.
YouTube torture is fake like that, man. You guys see how many videos they have on here? Oh, tricking a gold digger and did all these. It's all staged, man. It's like what reality TV has evolved into, man. None of that is real. All those little gimmicks, all that stuff is fake. Oh, we got beefs where I done called you and be like, yeah, I'm gonna call you an idiot and you call me a punk. And like, it's like, what? How old is
That's
y'all?
that.
Like 5 years old?
Exactly. That's that childish shit. Moody Trayweather said, Marlo need that ass a hoodie. What you talking about? ID said, Moody, he actually has a shot with Cambosis. Talking about Ryan, yeah, I think he got a shot. He got power, man. Especially that motherfucking check hook. It's dangerous. But he got a lot of holes, man. A lot of flaws. And I think that chin was pretty much exposed. Campbell not no dangerous puncher. And D'Lo say, I'm not lying. That's a true story. What? Diesel, man. Yeah, that's YouTube for you. Motherfucker can't see. Chris Renner said that's that good old blow by blow Trey X though. That's probably true, bro. Damn. Woody Trey rather I seen his ass on the ESPN boxing picture. Who you talking about? Tevin Farmer? Lala D said, oh, that's a good fight. But Farmer is powerless, sad. Man, that's what I'm saying. And he ain't been in the ring. He been inactive. That's a win for. That's a pretty much easy win probably for Ryan. I will be picking Ryan over Tevin Farmer if they fight. Even though both of them motherfuckers ain't been active. At least I see some video that this nigga still in the gym. Chris Renner said he fights old boy. Look at me when I talk to you. Yep. Bring that out here, boy. I heard this motherfucking name. Mr. Skinny say that shit. He had me dying. I thought about Tevin Farmer like a motherfucker. Eric R said Ryan Garcia is a sucker for assault punches. And he get put on his wallet with a assault punch. But he can get back up and hit you with a cold body shot, huh? Eh? DC, I think Ryan beats Farmer. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Moody Trayweather said, "Fuck out my gym. Should be on a hoodie." Oh yeah. I did have some, man, but I ain't had time for the website. You know what I'm saying? But I could I'll make some. Um, Lala D said true Moody. Oh, Lala D said Farmer has better ring IQ, correct? I forgot. Oh, better than who though? Campbell? I don't know, man. Farmer been in some battles. I don't see he ain't just been dominating no competition. He got a fair IQ, so I don't know if he have it. I think he got more experience than Ryan. But the power is gonna be a factor though. He gonna have trouble coming in there. He gonna take punishment. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the IQ gonna play a factor, man. I think that you know what I'm saying, and that power and that speed gonna play the factor in that fight.
Hey, I think Ryan Garcia beat the hell out of Tevin Farmer.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah, I think he too big. I think the amateur background too deep, 215 and 15. Tevin Farmer, I don't know how many fights he got amateur. I think he very limited though. I think it's like under 30 fights. He might not even have that many. You know what I'm saying? But it's heavily in favor of Ryan Garcia. Both of them been inactive as a motherfucker though. So I guess you can kind of say that might be a push. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I think the power, the size, the experience, all that shit go with Ryan.
All right. Moody Trayweather said I was talking about Ryan Garcia. That's why I brought him up. Okay. J-Ron Pro said most people on the internet are fake or just trend followers and quick to say the pushing P. What's that? I bet you that's an illegal word. Let me not even ask what that is.
Hey,
Yeah,
good night to
Zach.
Almond Brown. She say she gone for the night. We're gonna get with you, and we think he coming through.
Yeah, sub. Go ahead and sub to the channel. I got my sub in.
All right,
Yeah.
King said he subbed too. Says good night. Appreciate you coming through, showing love. Uh, yeah, they quick to say the pushing the P. Yeah, motherfucker call me a pimp. If that's what you talking. Motherfuckers is crazy, man. D, talking to you, King of Kings. Ready? King of Kings boxing. LOL, definitely Instagram. D-Lo say, shocking. Next month is February. D talking to J1 Pro. J1 Pro said, if it goes to the cards, Farmer wins over Garcia. Think so?
Who said
D
that?
said Marlo versus Garcia. I sleep that motherfucker.
Hold on, J1 Pro said, "What if it goes to the car? Farmer wins."
Yeah, that's what he said.
This man crazy.
It ain't going to the card, but I think it'll be some effery going on if it goes to the card with Ryan. They
I
all
thought
they
that was
heart
La La
is
D that said
Instagram.
that shit at first. I was about to get on her ass.
Nah, that was J1. All I gotta do is avoid that left hook. That left hook, la. Everybody talking to everybody.
Man, it's been so long since Brian Garcia fought. Can we even? I mean, besides, can we even think of any opponents he's had? I mean, damn. Like this dude, he is known for talking shit on the that Mike Tyson show. Like I don't even know what he looked like. I couldn't even tell you. It's been so long. It's sad.
Chris Renner said, "What y'all think about all the mental awareness in the young fighters, but not wanting to fight?" I think they got that from a trendsetter, man. I don't want to say his name, but I think y'all know who I'm talking about.
Ooh, Mayweather or something?
Canelo.
Oh.
I just want to mess with Chris. Man, all these dudes be talking about money, though, but
money. Yeah. You already know.
All these dudes talk about money. That's why motherfuckers, we ain't giving the Charlos they prop. The motherfuckers fought, you know what I'm saying, the younger guys in their division early with putting their O's up against motherfuckers that was dangerous, up and coming.
Yeah,
Ain't
I be
nobody
bringing
see
that
that
shit up.
Lubin knockout coming like that. A lot of his corner was talking mad records, talking about, oh, when Lubin was 18-0, he was fighting dudes that you were fighting when you were 29-0 and blah blah blah. And he got slept. And he's still making noise in the division. So
Shit,
yeah, that's something you can't say. They gave young dude. You got anybody can get it with them. So you can't take that from them. And like I said, Jermel's about to come up on that unification. We're gonna see finally. We're gonna get undisputed at 154. Still the toughest division in boxing.
And I'm hoping they say that Canelo might get the Charlo, might want Charlo action in Cinco de Mayo. That'd be something good, man. Gotta put some respect on Canelo name if you do that. For real, for real.
If he beat Charlo, I'll give it to him, man. I'll have to shut up for a little while. I still think he's done dastardly deeds to get where he's at. But
I know Boo.
if he get that
I know
smoke,
Boo.
then that's it.
I know Boo ain't getting the fight. He's scared of. Well, let me get that. Stop saying that for Chris, but that nigga don't want no parts of Boo. The fuck out of here. Nah. The fuck out of here.
Chris know that. He'll tell you himself.
He wants no. They ask him about Boo Boo, he get angry.
He get mad.
He don't want no parts of Boo Boo. Boo Boo got that Augustus, that Manuel Augustus style and shit. No parts of that shit.
Get mad when you ask him about Andre, huh?
Yeah. Nah, he's nothing. He's nothing. Get the fuck out of here.
He's a horrible fighter.
Motherfucking horrible. Nothing. Yeah, that nigga don't want no. I said that. He taking Charlo fight like a lesser charge and some shit. The way he be talking about Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden he uplifting Charlo when at first it's like who he fought. He ain't fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm putting some respect on his name though. This fight happened.
So I think Boo Boo just got there's certain him being a southpaw, and I think he has slightly more speed than Charlo, which Charlo has a stiff jab, but he's still a conventional fighter. And to be honest, if Demetrius Andre is a younger, faster version better version of Allura, he don't want that. That's gonna be an ass whoop. I can see him win it. Like that's an 8-4 type of fight. Like and he knows it.
Lala say, look, oh my God, speaking of pimps, I follow a real pimp on YouTube. I didn't know he was a pimp. His name is Freeze. Shout out to Freeze. That nigga Freeze is with a cool ass pimp.
I don't know what that is. I didn't know the sound for the P dude.
His name is Freeze is it on YouTube though. He be chopping it up about the game, and he kick in a little health and wellness with his shit. Tell everybody to make sure they drinking that water. But yeah, he a pimp. Him and Sinful the P is homie.
Yeah, I was about to say I was listening to that sound for the P nigga talk.
That nigga fool ain't he? I been listening to that nigga for a minute. That nigga be breaking some shit down for your ass like a preacher.
I was laughing at how he was getting on Tommy's side of Mayor, but that was hilarious. You heard that one?
Nah, I ain't heard that one yet, but I heard one he did before about them clowns. Like he always be breaking videos down, breaking these niggas down, and he be like he'll give it to you like a preacher, but he in a pimp form. Like the game would have been did some shit to these sucker ass niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this one I'm talking about. Tommy, he actually called into the show, and he get mad at Sam for the P, and he get checked and shit, and shit is hilarious. That's one of the funniest videos that I done came across on YouTube in a long time. They look up Sim for the P and Tommy Sotomayor, and they're gonna pop up.
I'm gonna check that shit out before I lay it down, man.
Cause he tried to talk to the nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know the nigga gonna try to talk to you like a man. At least at first. So he talked to the nigga, and the nigga went to tripping. And then that nigga just laid that smack down on his ass. That shit there funny as fuck. Man. You gotta go check that out.
And that's another. He the main reason why I say it's like motherfuckers like him. It's like people like that all over YouTube, man. Like, and then they'll say some shit, and then a motherfucker confront them about what they said, and they'll swear up and down they ain't say it, and it's on video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the time that y'all talking, you can't put it up to prove it. So his argument is you can't prove it, bitch. Shut the fuck up, you bitch. You lying on me, bitch. So now he disrespecting you. You know what I'm saying? They're talking reckless over the video, and I'll be like, man, a lot of these motherfuckers be getting their character on here from guys like Tommy, and what's that other dude name? He from New York. He said African Bambaataa did something to him.
Yeah, you talking about Hassan Campbell, dude?
Hassan Campbell. A lot of these niggas act like Tommy and Hassan Campbell on YouTube. Just say shit, you know what I'm saying? Some of the wildest shit about the motherfucker just out the blue. Lie on the motherfucker and everything. For the
Ain't no consequence, bro. That's why they do that.
Some shit that you know that motherfucker ain't gonna say in your face. A motherfucker see it.
Man, but that's one thing about this though, man. People don't understand is that like to some people, this social media shit is like a drug because it stimulates your dopamine in your brain when motherfuckers be hitting like on posts and getting all kind of attention. Folks be feeling like they superstars and shit because of social media, and folks be getting out of pocket and they be doing shit they normally wouldn't do. Like if you look up internet thug gets checked, you gonna see several videos of motherfuckers getting online, getting on Facebook, talking all kind of shit, cash money shit. And then when it's time to cash the check, them niggas scared as a motherfucker.
Hey,
them niggas be running up on you.
Hey, speaking of that shit, right? I ran into Bruce Gold, salute, man. What's good with it?
Salute.
I ran into this video. This dude, bro. He had a slingshot on with a bat, bald head. He looked like he was a pretty good sized nigga. He ran down on the troll. The nigga went knocked on the nigga door, right? And he asked for the nigga, and the nigga was acting like he wasn't him. So when he walked downstairs, the nigga girl had came, and he asked the girl, like, yeah, he upstairs. Oh, he said, this bitch ass nigga. He started going off, my nigga. He's like, oh, the nigga don't want to come outside. He started beating the nigga car windows in. You gonna disrespect me on YouTube, my nigga? Call me all kind of names. Bring your bitch ass outside. Start breaking his windows in, went in his car and shit. The nigga had boxing gloves, like a PlayStation and all that. The nigga took it. I was like, man, this shit crazy. I'm like, see, that's what a motherfucker get playing with these people.
Hey, keeping it real, man. Remember, this is a long ass time ago. But remember when Wilder brought that little white boy troll into the den?
Charlie Z.
Tow him up.
He thought he was going to show him some mercy. Like, nah, you talking it. Let's see. Let's do something about it.
Yeah. That dude was talking about taping Wilder's daughter up and all kind of shit. And Wilder literally flew to go see him. I know that shit shocked the shit out of him when he saw Wilder walk in the door. Ooh, boy, I know
that's some real shit.
Head off of that uppercut, he barely missed.
Hey, you talk about an adrenaline rush. Imagine what this motherfucker was feeling seeing Wilder walk through the door after he been leaving voicemails on this man's phone talking about kidnapping his daughter and tying her up and putting tape on her mouth. And then this nigga literally walked through the door. And you know he ain't coming here to chill.
He was like that dude welded. Ha! Got him!
For real.
And that uppercut, bro, if that uppercut would have caught him, he would have been sent to the upper room like a mug, man.
He
Y'all
might have
ready?
hit him if they wasn't grabbing on him because you know he was
Right.
like, hey,
Yeah,
let
that
go of
was
my
he got
pants, JB.
saved.
Get off me, JB. Let go of my pants.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
And he had that boy running around that gym. I was like, see, that's what you like consequences to your shit. Yeah, his name was Zilinov, Charlie Zilinov.
Yeah, Charlie Z. Hey, if you want to see a check hook fest, look at him when he fight that 16-year-old, when he keep on jumping in and out the ring and shit. Is it 16-year-old? I think his first name is Dijon or something like that. And he know MMA. But they boxing in this clip right here. And if you want to see some of the most pinpoint check hooks that you ever seen in your life, check this shit out, man. He hit this dude with the check hook like a dozen times in a row. Had his nose bleed. I think he might have broke his nose with that shit, man. But yeah,
Hey,
that shit was beautiful.
did y'all see the one with Floyd Senior? Ain't that
Oh
Charlie
yeah.
Zilinov and Floyd Senior?
Yeah, that's Charlie Z, man. That man tripped out on Floyd, man.
Floyd hit that boy.
He was getting no
Go
hands put out.
go get.
Yeah, Floyd put that lead right hand on him, then he came back with the hook, and then the motherfucker gonna jump out the ring. And then when Floyd turned his back, he gonna run up behind him and hit Floyd. And that's when one of them youngsters jump in the ring and start beating the brakes off
Start
his
beating
ass.
on him. Yeah, I said when Floyd got in front of his ass, he made that nigga hit that nigga with some shiznit. Go get youngster.
Yeah.
I said, man, these trolls, bro. Anything, he a prime example though for this conversation though. Anything for some clicks, man. He became famous. Motherfucker respect that motherfucker too. No one this it can get ugly though. Like he so happened to mess with these motherfuckers that got a lot to lose. You know what I'm saying? You could try or ordinary motherfucker. I seen this video we shared on Facebook. Some motherfucker went in the gym playing with an old coach. And this motherfucking coach put some shit on that boy in that gym.
Oh yeah, I seen
I know
that.
you
That was
talking
the
about.
truth. Where he was like, "Oh, teach me a lesson," and the
Yeah, he
coach
was
was doing him.
playing, he was trying to teach him. And then he hit the coach and shit, nigga, and did it. The coach put some shit on that boy, man. Alright. He had him like old boy on belly. Alright.
Yeah.
He ain't need no gun though. That shit was crazy. What was I at?
I gotta send y'all this clip from Street Beefs, man, where this coach get his ass knocked out in front of his wife. Boy, that shit that funny as a motherfucker. As soon as he get knocked out, somebody in the crowd like, oh, he gotta go to work tonight. And this motherfucker sleep on the ground. I'm talking about his wife is there with him, man, because his wife is standing next to him when they announce him. Like, bro, how embarrassing is that to get knocked the fuck out in front of your wife? I ain't talking about they stopped the fight. I'm talking about you
Sleep.
literally on the ground sleep, nigga. If you was on cartoon, you'd have X's on your eyes right now. And your wife standing right there next to you. Well, I know that shit hurt. I
Hey,
gotta
Hey,
that
send that
street
to
beef is the truth, though. I love
hey,
that stuff, man.
real life shit, Trey. I seen the motherfucker get knocked out. And this nigga shit came out of his pants. This nigga girl put the nigga shit in his pants, woke him up, told him, I told y'all not to come around here. I told you not to get out the car coming around here fucking with people. That shit
yeah.
like a Friday movie, nigga. No exaggeration of nothing, nigga. Nigga got hit so hard, nigga peed and everything. I was like, man, this shit crazy. That's what happens though, motherfucker get embarrassed. Everybody think they tough until they run into a tough motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I told you about that time, man. I was sitting outside and I see these two cars. Yes, they just pull up onto the street like real quick. And then they get out the car. These motherfucker talking shit. One of these dudes, he big and he bright skinned. He look like he about 6'5", probably like 280. Big motherfucker. King of king, big motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And then the other motherfucker, he get out. He big, but he ain't big like this other guy. I say he probably like 6'1", 230. But he talking cash money shit. You know what I'm saying? So these motherfuckers get to fight. Light skinned dude piecing them up. I'm talking about he bigger and he stronger and he got more coordination. I'm talking about he lighting his ass up. So boom, he catch him with one and drop the motherfucker. So when he drop him, he get like he stand over him and he start hitting him while he on the ground. Like the motherfucker is out sleeping. He still just hitting this motherfucker. It sounds like he clapping like the way that this shit just sounding out, like bow, bow, bow. The shit was so crucial, I got scared because I ain't want to be no witness. So I go and hide in the shadows. Cause I ain't want to be no witness, bro. I thought he was about to kill this nigga. And I promise, bro, the most beautiful thing for this man happened. His girlfriend pulled up and jumped out the car with a baseball bat. And she ran up on the dude, and it was enough to distract the motherfucker long enough for this nigga to wake up and go get in his car. But instead of just going to his car, he want to talk shit. Yeah, bitch ass nigga, like nigga, you would just sleep, my nigga. Shut your ass up and get in this car, my nigga. You ain't got nothing for this man. This man was just about to kill you, nigga. Your girl had to save you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I've seen niggas get up, nigga, and ain't even fully recuperated. Niggas just start swinging like they still want to fight. Nigga, I said, oh no, nigga, this nigga ready to get killed. Another hit like that, nigga, you probably ain't gonna wake up.
That's what I was thinking, bro. Because the way that nigga was getting pieced up, and like when he got up, his coordination was out of there. You could tell this nigga just suffered some damage or something with all the shit he just went through. I thought that nigga was gonna die. Square
Them
business.
no, hey, them normally the fights where afterwards, nigga finna go get his gun.
Say, but you know what? It was a part of me that wanted to be like, hey man, don't kill the nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't know what that nigga done for me to be speaking up and saying a motherfucking thing. That nigga might have done some shit where he really stepped across the line, like fuck with that man family or something. I don't know what the fuck he done. So I said, man, let me just shut my ass up and hide over here and watch the fight. You know what I'm saying? For real, I ain't in that.
Let me jump back in the chat. Lala D said, Freeze has recently titled a video, "Don't let these old husbands ruin your game, young pimps." I'm telling you, them dudes is crazy, man. They be on their shit. They got some haters over there. They got some motherfuckers over there be on bullshit.
That
Shit is
motherfucker
all
be everywhere.
sick. Ivy say Freeze is it. He stay out in my area. Oh, he do? I thought he was out there. He from Long Beach though, huh? D said he also has a torture on how to break a square. How to break a square. I might say not the dopamine. I think he's talking about you, bro, when you referred to something.
Yeah, that social media, man, that shit, all that shit fuck with your dopamine. Just like drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like cocaine, pornography, uh social media, all that shit fuck with your dopamine.
Hey, Moody Trey rather say Hassan Campbell. I can't really take that boy serious, but that motherfucker funny. I'm rocking snot box.
I don't like that nigga for shit, man. I
Hey
can't
man,
even listen to that nigga.
yeah, I gotta go watch him and Kwame Brown go at it, man. This nigga offered Kwame Brown to a fight and asked the nigga, you gonna pay for my room?
Yeah, I remember all that shit, yeah. He was
I
scared
said,
of the motherfucker up there.
this nigga said you gonna pay for my room?
Yeah.
Oh hell no. That nigga said, I ain't paying for shit, nigga. You ain't gonna need no room. You gonna need a hospital bed fucking with me.
Yeah.
He said he ran how you say he ran into Charlie Zinanoff more than one time. For real? J1 laughing. All I say,
Wilder did? I just saw that one video.
no, he said I've like he had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hyphy, that's his boy.
That's what I get that trolling from, huh? Lala D
Hey,
said,
say,
go ahead.
no, I was done. My bad. I didn't mean to unmute.
Lala D said, I would have pulled a wheel from Fresh Prince of Bel Air, moving my arms at Wilder. This is just a dream, LOL. Chris Renner said, I wish someone
Man, I
put
would have tackled that nigga, man. That's the only chance you got, man. You gotta tackle Wilder and get him off his feet so he can't hit you with that right hand. And
right.
if you get in close and you grab the motherfucker, he can't get full extension and lean on you with that shit. If you just ain't got nothing, is what I'm saying. If you got something, go ahead and do what you do. You might get knocked the fuck out, but do what you do. But if you Charlie Z, you ain't got nothing. You gotta tackle him, bro. You can't run. That's what you can't do. You can't run. You gotta tackle him, bro.
You see how our boy Frank Sanchez went at FA. Shit, how Fury went at Wilder, man. He went at him.
Yeah.
He said, fuck it. I know he hitting hard. I'm just gonna go up in here and just see if I can Take that shit.
Smother that shit, man.
Yeah.
Fuck around, get Spilka doing shit like that.
He actually
Hey,
got
but
hit with a check hook. You remember that shit? He threw a right hand and he hit Charlie with a check hook. So Charlie
Yep.
actually did try to run in there. He ran in there and got hit with a check hook hard in the bitch. He was like, I'm done.
hey, Trey, when that nigga
Oh, you
spun, that nigga said, "This is for the views. This is for the likes."
And he said, I'm done. And then Wilder said, no, let go of my bands, JB. Don't you ever talk about my daughter. I don't condone racism. Get off me, JB. Let go of my pants. I ain't gonna, if I come back here again, it ain't gonna be good for you.
Oh, that's some old school real brother stuff, man. I love that. Because that was real. That wasn't no, he meant that. Like, yo, he meant it. This ain't game.
Burner, he ain't gonna do nothing. Nigga did it with his hands, man. Chris Randy said, I wish someone would sleep him though. Sleep him one time.
Yeah, you gotta see the one where he fight this kid where I say the check hook fast. Because look, when they see what he do, he goes to these gyms and he tell the gym, I'm gonna give you like $300 and I want to go around with your fighter. And then when he do that, he'll jump in the ring and then he'll just jump on him with something. And then he'll get that advantage and then he'll say, well, I'm done. I quit now because he said he don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So he get enough with this kid. The kid got something though. You can tell the kid been fighting for a long time. And plus he a lot bigger than Charlie. So he piecing Charlie. Every time Charlie get close to him, boom, check hook. So Charlie, he keep on trying to get out the ring. And they telling him, nah, you got to stay in the ring. At least keep 1 foot in. Keep 1 foot in the ring at least. And he like, nah, man, fuck that shit. So he finally get out the ring, and then the kid jump out the ring with him. The kid mad as a motherfucker. Kid throw him into the waist and shit. The waist is clanging and shit. Blank, 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 blank. And then he grab Charlie, pick him up and suplex his motherfucking ass. Then he get him in like this rear naked choke or some shit and sink in the hooks on his ass and try to choke him out. Charlie on the ground trying to tap and shit, but the kid ain't trying to hear it. He got that shit locked in on his bitch ass. He mad as fuck. I'm telling you, he was trying to really fuck Charlie up, man. And they finally got him off of him and shit, but yeah, that was crucial right there. That was just as good as getting slept. I'd rather get slept than what he went through in that shit.
Was ready to say he sucker punched him and got a real ass with him. Moody Trayweather said Charlie Z say he is 301 and oh. It is troll for real.
Hey, D-Lo, I saw that shit. D-Lo said, man, I watched the video where a dude chased Charlie Z all over town. He hid behind the counter in a restaurant. I saw that shit, bro. He was hiding behind women. Remember, he ran in the restaurant and jumped on the counter. It was hiding behind the women. That motherfucking Charlie ain't shit.
Oh, I seen that. Chris said, I like them shorts on the zone. I think he was trying to say. He said, with friends, we'll contact Danny and get boxers. They friends talk shit about and confront them, and they get scared. Yeah, I seen that shit on the zone. D-Lo say Charlie Z, the goat habitually got his ass whooped online and say he undefeated. Chris Renner said, I like them. So, I read them. I got you the zone thing. Everybody talking to everybody and shit. J1 said, peace out, family. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace, man.
Salute, peace.
Everybody saying peace out to J1. D-Lo say Charlie Z has one of the best records in the history of pro boxing.
Really. Undefeated too. I know. I think he said what he said record was like 426 and 0 or some shit. I heard him say one time. That's a bunch of fights.
That was the funniest video of Charlie Z.
You must be talking about that one when he was running and hiding behind them women. Boy, that shit there had me dying, boy. Hey, y'all like that street beef, man. Y'all got to check out the youngster named Certified Lil Mike. Check him out whenever y'all get a chance, man.
Hey, I was gonna say, I was gonna tell you about this dude on Street Beefs. That nigga wear like a bow tie.
You talking about Fair Play?
Yeah, fair play.
That's my nigga, man. He can fight, dude. That dude is he can fight. He's crazy, man.
He is a monster, man. He remind me of one of them old country cats in the back barnyard bobbing shit.
He don't even mess his shirt up while he whoop your ass.
He look like a character. He dressed like a character on Life or some shit, man. That dude crazy. That dude
Yeah,
be on motherfuckers. Have he lost?
he got a couple of
Yeah,
losses.
he got a couple of losses. You know, you can get losses in that the way it is sometimes when them got mad. But he got sneaky power. He'll drop your ass quick. I mean, I see him face some dudes that ain't lost, and they're good fighters too. But he got hands, man.
He the
I like
best
the
when it's a
boxing.
grudge match. Have you
People that
seen him when
get
it's an actual street beef?
I
Because
don't think so.
he got one fight on there where he actually had a problem with somebody. This dude was talking shit all on the internet and shit. And they went in there and fought and fair play beat the brakes off his ass in like one round. So that's when he had his best, when he really got something against you. Because you know he like to be polite and tough
Yeah, he don't
love
be
and
trying to. You can
sportsmanship.
see him letting up. He don't be trying to really kill some of the dudes because. But yeah, when he get pissed off, I'm gonna have to check that out. See,
Hey, they said
you know,
Moody Trayweather said say his name again so you can check him out.
fair
Oh,
play.
yeah, fair play. He a motherfucker. But the best one I've seen so far, it's really like a lot of them. Like if you go back to the beginning, like Leonidas, he like
Yeah,
he one of the Mount Rushmore greats of the street beef shit. You know what I'm saying? He real good. Shogun is good. Maine is real good. He got like some actual boxing skills.
yeah.
They got the youngster now, like his name Little Cray Cray. He got some pretty good
Oh yeah,
skills.
little Craig got skills. I'm surprised he ain't. He need to really think about going pro because he can fight, man.
Well,
And
one of
he,
them just went pro. His name is Bad News. Bad News just went pro.
I want to
He
check him out.
Bad News was my favorite until Certified Little Mike came along. Bad News can fight like a motherfucker, man. But the only thing is, they kept on matching them up soft. They kept on putting them in there with people that were 0-0 in the yard. And I was like, damn, y'all need to put them in there with somebody. But that's why,
Yeah,
but look, that's why I like Certified Little Mike. Because they put him in there with Money Mail. Money Mail is one of their house fighters. At the time, he was 4-0. And Certified Little Mike went out there and knocked his ass out in one round, nigga. First round knockout. Certified Little Mike. And this kid wasn't nothing but 18 years old. And Money Mail can fight, man. He kind of got a style that reminds you of Jersey Joe Walcott a little bit. That's why I like to watch him. And he got knocked out fucking around with Certified Little Mike, man. That kid can go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a bunch of them that be good, man. I love watching that shit.
Hey, that's why we be chopping it up. Hyphy over there talking about damn, y'all be into all the same stuff I be watching.
hell yeah, my G.
Yeah, that's that testosterone, nigga. We love the battle. You
Right.
know?
Well,
And
we
we
still from the generation that most of our friends we made friends by fighting them. I mean, because that's how you built respect back in the day, was squabbing it out, and then motherfuckers next day we go on about our business, and then at least you know you could trust them dudes to be down when it went down. Like, oh,
I had
okay, I know my G a squab with me.
I had a
Yeah.
neighbor that put us in the gloves
Yep.
for dollars and shit like that for money. You know what I'm saying? I had a neighbor that was like
Hey,
that.
our high school football coach was like that. He used to have us. He used to bring gloves when we, if there was arguments with, like, there'd be like, look, man, he try to keep fights down. Little dudes be having little arguments in high school and stuff. Man, he bring the gloves and tell like, yo, if y'all want to go ahead and sell this, man, y'all can just come after school and get it over with. And
That's why I be
keep it
feeling like
moving.
a lot of motherfuckers don't know how it feel to be punched in the mouth or the nose. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be thinking they, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Internet troll, but once a motherfucker get in some real confrontation, y'all seen that boy, Jamie, little mama's mistake, down by the lake. That nigga got hit in his mouth. That nigga, y'all see that video?
He called the police, didn't
No, he was like at like a function. It was a lot of brothers and sisters there. I don't know if they was Muslims or Hebrews or what they was, but nigga, he was talking reckless, and one of them dudes punched his ass. That nigga talking about call the police.
he?
That
You got
motherfucker,
it.
that motherfucker hit me. I said, what the? Then he had another confrontation with a sister on the side of the freeway, and was like, I got something for you in the car. Go ahead. I was like, man, these motherfuckers, they don't know. They talk all that tough talk, but a real fisticuff matchup, the motherfuckers gonna call the police, bro. Or say they
Man, well, a lot of them do, like you said, a lot of them dudes ain't been real fights, and a lot of them dudes ain't experienced being in the midst of the fight. and not realize until later when somebody tell you like, oh, he caught you with a few shots and you just walked through them and didn't even notice until you got done. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that going into that gear where you don't even they don't understand, man. They don't understand like you ain't getting phased by one punch because you expecting that to happen. And these dudes just I don't know, man. You hit them one time, you run up on them too hard. They want to. Oh man, you trying to intimidate me? Yeah, you want to fight? So what you talking about?
Yeah.
Like what?
Just get punched in the nose. Period. You gonna be a different motherfucker when you in a man face talking reckless. You know what I'm saying? Just getting busted. Just having a fight. Period. You know what I'm saying? A lot of tough motherfuckers be cool motherfuckers. A lot of motherfuckers don't be on that rah rah whoop whoop. They ain't ran into the right motherfucker yet. That's gonna give them that run. They gonna humble their ass.
And that's
Some
what I noticed. That's what I noticed when I was watching those videos on YouTube. When I say like the internet gangster, he'll get or the internet troll, he'll get called out. The dudes that were calling them out, like you could tell they could really fuck them up, but they would like let them make it. Like this one dude, he had niggas with him, and the dude started getting on to the troll, and he was like, "Nah, man, ain't no need to bully him." He just wanted to talk to him and let him know, like, nigga, you tripping. You know you ain't got nothing. I could smash you if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
yeah,
letting you make it because I want to let you make it. And then this other dude, man, this motherfucker had me laughing so hard, man. I'm talking about he caught this dude straight slipping. He just sitting in the car getting high with the white boy, and the dude real small, man. And the dude that was getting provoked, he was a big motherfucker. So he stepped to the car to confront the dude. And he talking to him. The other dude, he scared as a motherfucker. Like, man, no, man, ain't nothing, man. I'm sorry, man. No. And then he was like, man, I'm 110 pounds. And I'm like, nigga, if you 110, shut your ass up. What the fuck is you talking for if you 110 pounds, my nigga? And the other dude, you know what I'm saying? He went back and forth with him a little bit, but basically he let him make it when he told him, hey man, I could have fucked you up today, man. I could have really smashed you today, man. I could have folded you up out here, man. And you over here crying, talking about you 110 pounds. You wasn't saying that shit on the internet.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you motherfucker be tripping, man.
Motherfucker that like motherfucker get body slammed all over the goddamn. Motherfucker ain't gonna hit you with a punch. Motherfucker gonna choke slam your ass 1,000 times. You know
Hey
what I'm saying?
man, hey man. The worst thing though is when you see those few occasions. You know, you probably been in that circle, and you see 3 or 4 dudes make 8 or 9 dudes just not even want to fight. Don't even want to fuck with them. It's like, dude, what? It's like y'all don't you and don't you see how big you is? What you scared of? But people, men, you know, you can tell a real man can see the intent. You can smell it on a motherfucker if he really about to do something. Because
Yeah,
I had a boy, he was real quiet, and this guy kept picking at him, and he just couldn't take it no more. He jumped up and beat. I mean, it was bad to the point like at first I was egging him on, then I was grabbing him trying to save the dude. Like, man, you need to stop.
and
Like,
then
yeah,
the worst ones, then the worst ass whoopings I ever seen was a nigga that was scared and the motherfucker kept pressing him. And when the motherfucker finally started swinging, the nigga be crying. Motherfucker, I told you to leave me alone. He beating the brakes off the nigga, crying like a motherfucker. Like he knew something we didn't know. I'm gonna kill this dude with these hands. He keep on pressing. Uh, Chris Brandon said,
Hey,
"I want to."
say I remember one time though, man, I ain't gonna even lie, I'm gonna keep it 100. This motherfucker had me nervous as a motherfucker one time. I was in high school and I had transferred from the school called Skyline to the school called Bryan Adams. And this was basically like going from a school that's the size of a college to a school that's the size of an elementary school. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like I'm downgrading a little bit. So like I'm kind of like the like one of the main motherfuckers on campus because I'm boxing and all that kind of shit. I'm fly as hell every day, fresh, clean as a cloud doctor. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm entitled to females. That really kind of always been my problem. I kind of feel like I'm supposed to have all the pretty girls. You know what I'm saying? So one day I'm sitting up here talking to this girl, and I'm touching on it and shit. I'm really fucking up. I'm really out of pocket, and she telling me that she got a boyfriend, but I'm not respecting it though, because I'm kind of feeling like she double talking. Like she telling me this, but at the same time, she giving me some signs that I might have action. You know what I'm saying? So
we
she
have
tell
action.
yeah, so she telling me that she got a boyfriend. So like I found I went on ahead and left her alone, and like the next day, I done forgot all about this shit. So I come to school, I'm chilling with my partners and all that kind of shit. I come down the hall, I'm sitting up here chopping it up. Next thing you know, I feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around, nigga, all I see is a chest. I look up, it's this big motherfucker. He talking about, hey man, you the one that was touching my girl yesterday? I was like, yeah, that was me, but I was not aware that her boyfriend was this motherfucking big. You know what I'm saying? Had I known that shit, I would have went on ahead and chill. But hey, my bad on that shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was nervous as a motherfucker. I'm talking about because it was like out of nowhere. Like I wasn't expecting this shit. Like as soon as I turn around, I ain't never even seen this motherfucker. This nigga like 6'7" or some shit. As a matter of fact, the matter of fact, I'm tripping. I'm at the wrong school. The dude that I'm talking about, he went to Arizona State, and he got drafted by the Phoenix Suns. His name was Ike Diago. I want to say his name. What do that sound familiar to y'all? Do y'all remember like a center named Ike Diago that had went to Arizona State and then he went to the Phoenix Suns? Man, this motherfucker was like 6'9" or some shit. Like, bro, he was a real big motherfucker. I turned around and seen that nigga. I was like, oh man. There's this motherfucker.
That nigga Trey X was like, correction.
That nigga said, had I known that it was you, nigga, I wouldn't have touched nothing on this.
Sir, before I realized the obstacle, I mean, damn, she ain't that fine.
Hey, see, but the thing is, I was in the wrong too. See, that's another thing. You know, you'll stand on your square a little tougher when you're in the right, but when you're in the wrong, it just feel kind of fucked up. Like it's a video on YouTube where this dude he been hitting on his girlfriend, and the girlfriend done told her brother, so the brother then came over to confront him, and he got the nigga on the ground talking to him and shit, and the dude is calling himself a bitch and all kind of stuff, but he looked like a bitch in the video, but at the same time, the nigga was wrong. So it's like, what exactly is he gonna do?
Hey,
Like
you know what's funny? Yeah, you right about that's a test of the man when you bow out, when you know when you just out of pocket and the dude is really just trying to bring you back into reality. Like you said, a real man you ain't gonna keep on trying to press because you knew you was wrong. So you're like, damn, all right, you right, you got this one.
Yeah.
It don't mean you scared or nothing. It just means, you just recognize, hey, sometimes you push the envelope, man. Some things you do disrespectful, and you just got to deal with it.
That can go both ways, though, man. The motherfucker can say that shit, play himself out of the situation, and come back into it. You know what I'm saying? And handle his business. I be watching all kind of shit, y'all. I saw some motherfuckers. Like, when I see shit, I don't be thinking that everybody be innocent. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. Like, shit be happening in the street where you be like, God damn, that nigga had it coming. You know what I'm saying? If you hear the true story of what really happened, well, she had it coming. Because motherfuckers be out here setting people up, telling people business, be putting themselves in a situation where if that kind of trouble come their way, they not prepared. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't know what they getting themselves into. And that's what the streets is undefeated. You know what I'm saying? You can have a fight with your family, you can have hands, but you beat up the wrong motherfucker, he might not take it. And he could be wrong as two left shoes, right? He might not take it as a lesson learned. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga might take it as war. You know what I mean? That's where be a lot of these street beefs be over, bro. Over shit that just a simple little fight over some girl, and the motherfucker couldn't handle that ass. The motherfucker came back and shot some shit, killed somebody, or wounded somebody. You know what I mean? Everybody can't take an ass whooping, man.
Hey, but that, you know what? A lot of times that's a stupid ass. Motherfuckers will do shit in retaliation. Okay, nigga, like, okay, so you come back and you shoot this dude. Where you about to go? If you ain't prepared to be taking no ass whoopings, you about to go somewhere where you gonna catch a whole bunch of them. So it's dumb. Dudes be like, yo, this man, sometimes you just got, man, like I was telling my brothers the other day, man, sometimes you just gotta take the L, go take you a shower and keep it pushing, man. At least you live to fight another day. Like these dudes going and execute somebody and that's the stupid, man. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. That's it. Keep it moving.
Yeah, you can't
That,
win them all. Yeah.
that's why I got some.
Might get catchy with a lucky one.
See, that's why I got respect from people from my area, man, because like it would be some gun violence. Like you would hear about all kind of shit. Folks getting pistol beaten, all kind of shit, folks shooting up shit sometimes. But for the most part, it would be a lot of fighting. Like just a straight up fist fight. Motherfuckers meet up at the Taco Bell on the south side. Everybody go order their burritos and watch the fight. Like square business like that, my nigga. Like it was like a big thing. But the thing that stand out to me is that all them niggas done got old now. Like they still alive for the most part. You know what I'm saying? They got families. They post their families on Facebook and shit. And I just think that's cool, man. That it was niggas that was fighting. If they take an ass whooping, they can take an ass whooping. Ain't nobody trying to really go kill you like that. And all them motherfuckers done got old. You know what I'm saying? I think that's cool.
Hey man, it was two. That was like kind of neighborhood I grew up. It was you got different colored groups banging on each other. And they used to meet up. It was like once every other month on like a Saturday in the schoolyard and just scrap one-on-one matchups and just keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, man, all the rest of that stuff that's interference on the business, man. You bring any kind of heat towards your way, it's stupid. Just get it over with and keep it moving. Like you said, man, scrap it out. People think it's so tough, man. Any clown, it don't take no toughness to shoot somebody. A lame ass little short motherfucker, a little 120-pound dude can come shoot me, and
But
it's
it's
a
really,
wrap. You know what I mean? That's like there's nothing I can do about that. So
it's
it
really,
ain't no honor in it. It's just fucking soft shit to me. It seems soft. If a dude coming to you with hands and you ain't prepared to deal with that, then don't bring that energy to him and keep it
soft or
moving.
not though. It's really about respect, bro. If a motherfucker, if a motherfucker, somewhere in there, a motherfucker lost the reality about what respect is, man. The motherfucker, somebody felt disrespected, and the other motherfucker say he didn't give a fuck, and that motherfucker that said he didn't give a fuck got his ass whooped, and now he want to come back. You know what I'm saying? Or he said that he didn't give a fuck because he got a gun, or he had access to one. You know what I'm saying? It's somewhere in there, bro. It ain't coming out of that fight. Coming out of that
Hey,
fight, it's not
I
finna.
feel, I feel that, man. Sometimes, look, I got a cousin that I didn't know about it. He didn't tell me until it was too late. But he had a dude that literally had been picking on him for years, punking him and running up onto him, disrespecting him. And I guess one day they was at the basketball court. He ran up on him and disrespected him in front of his girl. And he went to the car and she killed his ass. But now that dude's in prison for the next 20 years. So it's just like, okay, like what you gonna do now? Now you join a gang. You 20 something years old, join a gang in prison. And that's your life. You disrespected yourself.
Yeah, but then somewhere up in there in that respect is that like Trey said, well he was raised that they learned that shit from fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of motherfuckers gonna respect the motherfucker that's gonna hold his own, even if he lose. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of motherfuckers can't take the L, bro. You know what I'm saying? They can't take that. They don't hold themselves accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I fucked up, nigga. I had that coming. You feel what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna whoop the nigga ass. You know what I mean? However, the outcome became is the L afterwards, man. Like, where is the accountability gonna come? Where the respect gonna come? That even if I whoop your ass, I'm still gonna probably have to be on my defense to try to defend myself because you gonna leave and come back and try to kill me, and I only was, you know what I'm saying? I was only holding my motherfucking respect down. I was only holding it down. Nigga, you ain't finna run over me. You ain't finna sock on me. You feel what I'm saying? The case was King said that nigga said, "Fuck, I let you do it one time, but you ain't finna keep on putting your motherfucking hands on me." Nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go sit down in jail before I run. You know what I'm saying? Live the rest of my life worried about every time I see you, you gonna put your hands on me. So that goes to respect right there. Like the nigga didn't respect the dude. You know what I'm saying? And he was taking it further than it go, man. Every time he saw him, he wanted to punk it. That's where that
But,
shit go, man. It's gonna
but
end up going.
it also I guess it depends on like how everybody view each other too, because like you remember that rapper Big L from New York. He you remember they used to say he used to be knocking niggas out on the block. And it was this one big dude that he had got into it with one time. And his partners was like they wanted to, like run down on the dudes and like shoot them niggas. And Big L was like, nah, I grew up with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like we just got an issue right now. We just got to fight about it. That's all. But nah, I ain't trying to take it that far. Cause you know what I'm saying? He got love for the nigga. They grew up together, even though they getting into it and fighting and shit. But you know, he still had that overall view that he had love for the people in his neighborhood and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't want to just like cross the line.
Right.
Hey, salute to Warzone, man. What's up with it, man? Congratulations on the 1K. I had came through and
Hell yeah.
said it on your video. I don't know if you had saw it or not, but congratulations to you, man. Keep on pushing. I would say I guess I have seen this shit from day one. It just seemed like you got there pretty goddamn fast.
For real.
Like, yeah, D-Lo, like I saw him from day one, but that shit like was a few years. It seemed like you got your shit in 9 months or some shit, man. So hey, that's good shit being on your grind. You know, putting that work in and shit, man. So salute to you and congratulations to you and on the 5K.
Yes, sir. Let me get in the chat, man. I gotta go. And my business. Eric R said, "Yo, Marlo, Treggs, and King, have any of you heard of Bruce Carrington? If yes, what you think? What you think of him?"
Only character I remember is Nancy character. That's that ice skater that got hit in her knee
Yes, sir.
by Tanya Hardin hit in her knee. That's the only one I know.
She wanted that medal.
Just jumped on. Everybody talking to everybody. Ali said those scared dudes be dangerous. Hell yeah. Chris Randall said Trey X on his high shit. She always saying, "No, don't stop." Ha ha ha, popcorn player.
Nah, you know that part. He was like, when she say no, don't stop. No, she was like, no, don't stop. He was like, no, don't stop. You remember that part?
Yeah. Chris Randall said, so what happened was, talking about when you seen old boy.
Oh yeah, that was a big motherfucker, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. Like shit. I know boxing and all that kind of stuff, but hell, I'm only 5'9". This motherfucker literally was like 6'9".
He
No,
wasn't gonna
but
box you.
motherfucker had
Hey,
like
sometimes you just need to realize when you outgunned. That's a smart decision.
and in the wrong.
Yeah.
If I was in the right, bro, I promise to God, I would have fought that nigga like a warrior. But if I'm in the wrong, my nigga, I just don't feel that same type
Energy.
of, you know what I'm saying, that same energy. Like, nigga, I'm sitting up here fucking with this man, girl. And keep this in mind. This is actually right. I had said I was at Bryan Adams, but that was actually right after I had transferred to Garland. You know what I'm saying? So then look, so I done this at the school. Few months later, I knock out 2 niggas at the same time for fucking with my girl. You know what I'm saying? Two 6-foot brothers. One of them like 6'4", Shocker, and his brother Mike, he like 6'1". I knocked both them niggas out at the same time for disrespecting me, like challenging my manhood. That's the way I took it. You know what I'm saying? Because the motherfucker said some disrespectful shit about my woman, but I didn't take it that way. I took it that he was trying to challenge me. So I knocked him and his brother out at the same time. I was in the right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a have a different mindset. But yeah, I was in the wrong, man. So shit, I'm gonna stand down.
DC, I looked him up. He's you. Eric R said that was a big dude, country big.
Yeah, the motherfucker was a NBA center. That motherfucker wore like a size 20 shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Live to fight another day, my brother.
Yeah.
D said that Cuban Good Jr. died. Shit, I don't know. Shit, I
I
don't
heard
know.
that some Regina King's son or
Son,
something like that died.
yeah, I heard that.
He committed suicide.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and mention that shit. Yeah, I gotta look that up. D said, never mind, he's alive. All right. Chris Brandon said, X looking up was in slow motion, like, damn.
Nah, it really was. Square minute. Well, I laughed like a motherfucker when the coast was clear. That shit was funny, man.
Hyphy said one of the best things you can do in life is take an ass whooping. Get it out the way so you won't be scared to lose in future fights. That's a fact. Warzone, salute, bro. Salute. Congrats. I told you that though. I showed up in your live. We was hanging out for a minute. Eric R said, there's a young boxer named Bruce Carrington.
Is he from the
Oh, he's
UK?
from New York. No, he's from New York. He said
Oh,
he from New York. I wanted to know if anybody saw him fight. Shoo. I don't know. Hey, what's the name says it's gonna be some fights on Don King little app or website or some shit.
yeah, we got some fights that we picking from off that shit.
Yeah,
One of the fighters is Don King fighter that we picking.
Hey, let's
yeah.
bring Don King back. At least we'll get the fights we want. Now,
And
fighters gonna get paid as well.
put the link to that motherfucker too
I'm gonna watch that shit, yo.
in the league thing. If you follow him in the league,
Man, get your ass in the Town Ross, King of King.
he ducking.
He
Man,
ducking. Boy,
man,
you
I don't
ducking,
know.
son.
He ducking like hyphy be ducking these channels. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, man. Hyphy do be ducking, but I ain't that bad, bro.
Warzone. Warzone, get your ass in the Champ Ross too.
See, me
Eric
and
R.
Warzone got our own thing going on, man. We
Eric
ain't nah.
R. I'm inviting you to the Champ Ross. Come get this smoke. I'm calling y'all out one by one, goddamn. Y'all come get in the Champ Ross. Moody Trayweather, if you still in here, report to the Champ Ross. I got some smoke. Haplotype with your historian ass. Report to the Champ Ross. I got smoke with Hyphy, the motherfucker that was talking shit to me at the end of the season last year. Please report to the Champ Ross. I got something extra special for you. Hot Mike, bring your hot ass to the Champ Ross. I got a hot ass whooping, a hot L for you over there at the Champ Ross. Come holler at me in the Champ Ross. All y'all.
D
Norman
said,
Brown, if you still ain't sleep, bring your angelic voice, little pretty ass to the Champ Ross too. You can get some smoke.
and D said his friends probably like, please let us rob him. They quick to rob. Hell yeah, motherfucker be hungry.
I think she's talking
Warzone
about
said,
them New York cats.
yeah. Warzone said, appreciate y'all, man. Most definitely, fam. Congrats. I would say 1K subs without a Coke group subscriber drive. I'm impressed. He says impressive, Warzone. D-Lo 404 said, when you know each other's families and shit, you fight that shit out, not wipe each other off the map.
Yeah.
Cowboy days, huh? Everybody talking and shit.
Although they down there at the bottom talking about it. Look, Warzone said he coming. Look, all y'all got to do, Marlo, he be posting the fights that you pick from on the community tab on the poster on the channel. So all you got to do is go find that post and he going to have all the fights. Go in the comment section and make your picks. Pick what fighter you think going to win the fight and pick the method of victory, whether it's going to be a decision or a knockout. If you take a knockout, choose the round that you feel like the knockout will take place. If it's a decision, be specific on the type of decision. But don't use unanimous decision because you won't get extra points for that. So choose between majority decision and split decision so you have action at getting bonus points. And that's all you got to do. And just make them picks. And then I'm going to make sure that you get your picks posted on the Champ Ross personally. I'll be coming through sweeping every I say like once a day. I sweep through and see if anybody done drop picks, and then I report them whole to Champ Ross. That's all you
Yeah,
got to do.
they up there already too. I share people videos, so it'll probably be you just gotta go search for the latest one. They just say what's this, week 3?
Yeah, this week 3 right here.
Yeah, they say week 3. That's the latest one. What was I at in the thing? Oh, Lala D said sometimes it take a big man to run like a little girl. Stanley from Martin.
Yeah, I remember that episode too.
How Mike said that's what y'all call a business decision.
He said what you call a business decision. Yeah.
uh, oh, Hypey say no one is gonna win every fight. He said you got to know which fight to turn down and when to fight them.
Yeah, you ain't
Pick
gonna
your
win them
battles
all.
wisely, young man.
Yeah, I don't want to take an ass whooping potentially and be wrong at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be on the side of right because I just feel like they give you an advantage in the fight. Like, let's say, for example, Like, let's say your daughter was tied up in a chair, and she tied up in a chair, she can't move, and she got a fucking some tape on her mouth, and she can't talk, and she got some scratches on her. She been getting abused, and the only thing standing between you and your daughter is Mike Tyson, a prime Mike Tyson, a 20-year-old Mike Tyson. Cause the coach is still alive. Cuss is still alive. Uh, he's still with Kevin Rooney and everything. That's the only thing that's standing between you and your daughter. What y'all gonna do? Are y'all gonna lay down because it's Mike Tyson, or y'all going to go get y'all baby girl?
Shit, Mike Tyson gonna be a stiff motherfucker for
You know what I'm saying?
tell you that there, right? Listen, ain't no thinking or nothing. Man, that nigga gonna be stiff as a board. Eric Hart said, I played for the Warriors, I believe, back in the day.
Oh, he got traded around to a few teams and shit.
Marlo said, remember when Keith Claus got jumped trying to claim he was from one of those hoods out there? I mean, out here? Yeah, he said he was from Hoover. But he's really from Hoover, though, now. I don't know if he was back then. He was on Kev Mac videos talking about that shit. Lala D said, who's going to Spence versus Ugas? I don't know about that, man. Wait, my bank account set up now. My check is in my
Shit, calling
savings.
that shit on the corner though.
Most definitely. Chris Randall said Makubu going to fight on there. Who the hell is that? We called his fight before?
That's that big head motherfucker that's the cruiserweight that Canelo was supposed to be fighting.
Oh, for real? Okay.
He fight this weekend. He like a minus 150 favorite, but it's a rematch. He already beat the dude. He stopped him in 11 rounds like 5 years ago. So they got a rematch coming up this weekend.
Warzone said Shushu is nice. I like his style. I think we probably called him on the undercard. That Shushu name sound familiar.
I heard you say Makabu. My bad. I'm tripping.
No. That's the next one. That was Macabre. That's what Chris Randall said. This Warzone talking now. That's that Kemmington, the Shushu guy is the Carrington guy that they were talking about
Oh,
earlier.
okay. Yeah. That name
Warzone.
do sound familiar.
Yeah, Warzone said, okay, I'm coming.
Tell him put some more work in, and then I'll remember who he is.
Eric All said, you called me out. I need to know where the destination at.
I just told you all you got to do is go to the community tab. Matter of fact, Marlo already got the new fights to pick from. He already got them posted. So you can head over to the community tab and make your picks. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this is like a tricky season right here. Last season it was a little bit more cut and dry. This season is not as much action, so he got to go get some crazy fights from all over the world. So it's kind of tricky. Like you got fighters with a whole bunch of losses fighting against each other and shit. It seemed like I saw one fight. You got one guy got like 7 losses or 9, and one guy got like 5 losses. Another one, a guy got like 7 losses. Another guy got 3 losses. So it's a little bit tricky. But yeah, go ahead and get up in there, man. This here gonna separate the men from the boys on the pick.
Let me just. How Mike said, he said, not a hot one, my dog. Ivy said, Lisa Bias is number 1 right now. Y'all getting smoked in boxing picks by girls. Come on now, Mike.
Hey, she did. She was at the top of the charts last week. I don't know what place she is overall. I think overall I'm in 11th place. I'm 6 points away from 6th place. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make a move this coming up week. I still got action, man. Gil Colson got out to a pretty big lead. He in 2nd place though. Some guys in 1st place. I know that shit ain't gonna last. I think the guy that I got to worry about the most is Gil Coles for right now. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Yeah, she doing her thing. Everybody talking to everybody. I'm trying to get up out of here, man. Warzone said, I'll introduce young Mike to one of the aluminum sluggers. What you talking about?
I think he's talking about that Mike Tyson was in front of his daughter.
Oh yeah. You talking about one of them old school bats, huh? I salute.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike said, "I got a shooting, man. I'm with you, how Mike." they gonna they gonna empty the clip too. Shit, stand over that nigga, man, playing with me. Yeah, mine, man. Chris Vernon said, "Oh, he talking about when he Trey Weather said, I will have my picks by tomorrow." Yeah, we got to Friday though, so y'all can be able to. I try to put them up whenever as soon as he sent them to me. As soon as I copy paste it, so motherfuckers can have some time to go look up some of these fighters. Cause a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers don't be knowing who these cats is. They never been on TV and shit.
Yeah, Marlo been real good about posting the fights real quick. And like he said, it's gonna be fighters that you ain't never heard of, and that's part of the reason why we do it, so we can stay up to date with all the fighters that's fighting right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for this shit, I wouldn't know about like that Cuban fighter, Lenier Pero. He beat Frank Sanchez 6 times in the amateurs. I wouldn't even know about this guy without this shit. So it's a tool that you can use to stay sharp. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And we have fun, man. I be talking shit, but at the same time, I feel good when we over there representing and doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? We placing high and all that kind of stuff. So I just be talking shit to have fun, man. But it's good. It's positive. You know what I'm saying? Salute the L Foul player. What's up with you? Gonna get your ass in the Chan Ross too. I ain't ducking no smoke. L Foul player, please report to the Champ Ross. He say Marlo and Trey, block workers unite. Thanks for making content this fine evening. Listening now, man. I definitely appreciate you coming through, man. L Foul player done showed me a bunch of love. He done showed our channel love, you know what I'm saying? But he done showed the love since we've been doing this fight call and shit, man. We definitely appreciate you. But you gotta come see me on that Champ Ross, my brother.
Most definitely. Hey, it's Fantasy Boxing Prediction League, or we leave the what's names in the chat though, in the community tab. Hey, yeah, man. King, you want to go first? Gotta get up out. I gotta get up out of here.
Oh, it is 11:30.
Yeah,
Damn.
y'all got us up late, man, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I appreciate the show as usual, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess I have to get into the Trent Ross. Sorry about that. Damn it. Stupid ringtone. But yeah, I have to get into the Champ Ross, man, so I could show y'all what to do. But I don't know, man. My picking skills been trash.
I was about to say, I think you might be the new age El
Oh
Felici.
man, look, I
Hey,
told
Gil
y'all
Cole.
if I pick
Hey,
somebody,
Gil
then
Cole came in here
pick the
kicking down
opposite of what I
doors.
say because you're gonna win every time. Because man, this last few weeks have been horrible. I don't think I've got a fight right. Whatever. I had to take a break for a little bit. While I was in the corner on the low, but man, hey, let's see what's up though, man. Y'all can use me on your betting lines. If King of King pick against it. Yeah, I do appreciate y'all, man. This is some real brother stuff tonight, man. And I enjoyed talking to y'all. Enjoyed the everybody in the chat, and y'all have a good night, man. Be safe.
Most definitely back next week.
Yeah, appreciate you coming through, man. Hey, appreciate everybody that came through, man. Hit the like and all that kind of stuff. We will come through and call the fight this weekend. We got the Robson Constant Call fight versus Xavier Martinez. I think they fighting for maybe not some kind of belt, but maybe some kind of elimination or some shit. Y'all know I ain't good on the belts, man, but it's supposed to be like some significance in this fight. But it really could be like two undefeated fighters going against each other because I felt like Constant Kyle beat Valdez, and a lot of people feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna talk y'all to death. Much love to everybody. Marlo got to get his rest, so we're gonna catch y'all on the next one.
Most definitely, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Had a good conversation, man. Enjoy the night like always, man. Appreciate y'all support, man. Shout out to the members, man. All the subscribers, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. If y'all watching this video later on, hit that like button, man. Appreciate it. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Till next time. Don't forget to tell them haters and trolls. Hey, Kev Harris, salute, fam. Till next
Salute.
time.
Hey, Kev Harris, come see us on the Chan Ross, my brother.
Most definitely. Yeah, till next time. Don't forget to tell them haters and trolls. The fuck out my gym.
You heard him. Gia.